toss to the middle, brings it in, and he has no one to beat. It's intercepted by Yankton. Touchdown, Yankton!
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Hy-Vee, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Ben's Brew Station, 1919 Root Beer, Fairfield Inn and Suites and the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Triple Time Rudy's, Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, First Chiropractic Centers, First Dakota National Bank, the UPS Store, Conkling Distributing, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Avera, Mayor Signs, Vision Care Associates, Truxedo, MT and RC Smith Insurance, Olson's Pest Technicians, Parker Hannafin, Midwest Insurance Agency, Core Trust Bank, H&R Block of Yankton, Vantage Financial, Adam Walter, The Move Group, Pedro.
Now, we go live to the KYNT studios for the Kickoff show. Kicking off right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another week of Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's the penultimate game of the regular season for the Bucks as they're on the road for one final time to take on the T-Area Titans before wrapping up their regular season in front of their home crowd next week. Yankton enters tonight's contest tied for first in the seed point standings and ranked as the #1 team in the Class 11 AA media polls. As for the T-Area Titans, they are 5th in the Class AA polls, rounding out the top 5, and also 5th in the seed point standings. We got plenty of great stuff coming up for you here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. We'll take a look at last week's victory for the Yankton Bucks over the Brookings Bobcats, hear from a couple players, coaches, and of course take a look around Class 11 AA as the playoff matchups are starting to be finalized. We're going to go to our first break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but before we go, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners. Starting with America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. When we come back from this break, we will take a look at last week's 24-7 road victory over the Brookings Bobcats for the Yankton Bucks. This is Brayden Butler here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee. We'll be back after this break.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
The Boathouse is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts. Plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Some say the Boathouse is the most fun you can have on land. Trivia on Tuesday nights, music bingo on Wednesdays with live music on Friday night. This is downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's the Boathouse. Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. I am Brayden Butler, and it's time to get into your Friday Night Rewind here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Your Friday Night Rewind is brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling, your locally owned Lennox dealer in Yankton and Vermilion. The Bucks defeated the Brookings Bobcats 24-7 last week. The Bucks defense forced 4 turnovers in the win, and on offense, Evan Sirk led the way with over 180 yards rushing. Don't just take my word for it, though. Let's look at the highlights from last week here for your Friday Night Rewind. Scoring got started in the first quarter with just over 9 minutes to play. Evan Sirk from 18 yards out put the Bucks on top 7-0 after the good extra point.
It's the first down for Yankton. Evan Sirk goes to the middle, bounces to the outside. He's to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown Yankton! Yankton draws first blood here at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium, leads 6-0.
At the end of the first period, it was still 7-0 Bucks. Early on in the second quarter, the defense would step up. Cale Hazelhorst, not the last time we'll say his name today, forcing a fumble that was recovered by Thomas Reardon about 9:30 to go in the second quarter.
Play action rolls out far side under some pressure, does complete the pass, and will have the first down. Jay Harris,
Bryce, he fumbled the ball.
junior.
That ball's on the ground. I think that's Yankton football. That's Yankton football. He fumbled.
All right, Yankton with the possession.
Off of that forced turnover, Matthew Sheldon would punch it in for 6. A 4-yard touchdown run puts the Bucks up 14-0 after the extra point.
35 to go in the first half. Handoff, Sheldon, touchdown, Yankton. The bombshell goes off. You can count it. Yankton leading 13-0 here in Brookings.
Still in the second quarter, the defense would force another turnover. This time, Carson Ness was able to pinpoint the ball in the air and track it down for an interception.
Carter set in motion. Anderson back to pass. Pass on to the right side. It's for Carter and intercepted by Yankton. Carson Ness. The Loch Ness strikes again.
At the halftime break, 14-0 was your score with Yankton in the lead. They would add to that with about 6 to go in the third quarter. 21-0 after this 1-yard touchdown run. Easton Nelson, the quarterback, getting into the end zone.
Second and a goal, power formation. And the Buck truck is successful as Easton Nelson goes in there for the score. And Yankton now leads 20-0.
It would be Brookings to be the next ones to score as Gavin Anderson was able to find Bergen Tetzlaff for a 27-yard touchdown pass. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, made the deficit 21-7. Yankton's defense would answer in the fourth quarter, and it's Cale Hazelhorst again, an interception with just around 6 minutes to play.
Anderson takes a snap for Brookings and looking to pass downfield. He does have an open receiver. Intercepted by Yankton. It's Cale Hazelhorst. He's on his horse to the 50. That's where he is, forced out of bounds.
Brookings defense would hold Yankton scoreless on their next drive, but another turnover forced by the Bucks. Easton Feeser able to get the strip sack, and the ball was recovered by Edley Amaro.
First and 10 for the Bobcats on their own 34. Moving left to right. Under pressure, Anderson. He loses the football. Ball is loose, and we have Edley Amaro down, maybe with it. We'll see.
Final score of the game was 24-7, and that was thanks to the first field goal of the season for the Yankton Bucks. Kevin Ortiz split the uprights from 31 yards out.
This will be a 31-yard attempt. Nice snap, nice hold. Kick is up, and is good. Yankton is perfect from field goals this season. Their first of the season.
24-7 your final score. With the win, Yankton was able to leapfrog into first place in not only the Class 11 AA media polls, but in the seed point standings, as they are now tied for first with the Watertown Arrows. Next up on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, we talked to some Yankton Bucks who starred last week. It is your Buck in the headline interviews. 3 different Bucks get talked to this week. Evan Sirk on offense, and defensively, Easton Fieser and Cale Hazelhorst. We'll start on the offensive side of the ball. Evan Sirk rushed for over 180 yards, coming just under 40 yards short of the school record currently held by Scott Nedved. Let's go to that interview now with Evan Sirk.
Joining me is senior running back Evan Sirk for this Yankton Bucks squad. Evan, a huge week last week against the Brookings Bobcats. 24-7 win. You finished with, I believe by our count, 185 rushing yards, which 30-some off of the school record set by Scott Nedved back in the 90s. But it was a great night for you. What were you seeing out there? It was just the offensive line opening up holes. What were you seeing that led to that big game?
Yeah, the line did a really good job at opening up holes, and then not only that, getting to the linebackers at the next level, which made it pretty easy for me, and I was able to break a couple tackles along too and get as many yards as I could on each carry.
You know, last year you split carries with Shaylin Platt, and then he goes down with an injury. You took over a bell cow role. This year, despite your size that people might look at you and say that might not be a powerful runner, we've seen you all year long dragging tacklers, breaking out of tackles, getting loose for these big runs. What was your off-season training like? What is your training like now that allows you to go up against these guys who may be bigger than you, but it seems like you can beat them in the hole?
In the winter and summer, just lifting, 4 or 5 times a week at least, and pushing myself as hard as I could to put on weight and eating a lot of protein just so I can stay up with them, and then running too to keep the speed up, because that's probably more important according to me. So that's just what I did, and then right now it's more just try to stay healthy and not too sore when Friday comes.
And, you got a big matchup this Friday, your last road game of the regular season. Hopefully for you guys, your last road game until the Dome. Right now you are in one of those top 2 spots to host through the playoffs, but you got the T area Titans on Friday. What are you expecting from T in that one?
Well, they've always been good at stopping the run, so have to run hard and do our assignments every time to get yards, and then hopefully we can open it up for some of the receivers on the outside as well to make some plays.
Let's turn our attention to the defensive side of the ball. A guy who stood out as a pass rusher this week, Easton Fieser, recording 3 sacks, including a strip fumble that was recovered by Edley Amaro.
Joining me is Easton Fieser, a defensive athlete, we'll say, for the Yankton Bucks team. As talking before we get going here, taking a lot of reps in as a defensive back this year, kind of rotating in there. But last week against Brookings, got on the defensive line, replacing Talon Kenny, who was unable to play, and you really made a emphasis on that game. 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, you just all over the place. So what was that? What went into your mindset last week, and when did you know you were kind of transitioning into more of that role for that game against Brookings?
Well, they're rotating me and Peyton Eustace in at defensive end. You got to give some credit to the other guys on defense. I was only going to go in for passing downs, or as you would say, passing situations, so a lot of credits due to the other guys on defense for getting me in that situation.
And you have 3 sacks, which was a team high. I believe the team had 6 total last week. What was your go-to move? Were they just kind of maybe not paying as much attention to you, or you had a go-to move to get around the defensive end, because you were flying after that quarterback in those passing situations?
Well, Coach Schwag helped me a lot, and he just told me to just use my speed, get around him. So pretty simple, nothing too complicated.
The guy on the opposite end of you in those passing situations a lot on Friday was Edley Amaro, and you guys teamed up a little bit. You got a strip sack. He was able to recover it. Just talk about the guys you worked with on the defensive line. I know you mentioned usually a defensive back, how they helped you transition up or get ready for that last week.
They were hyping me up a lot, trying to get me going, and Edley's a dog, so learning from him definitely helps a lot, and we got a great coaching staff, so it's been really easy to transition.
Is this a transition you're going to stick with through the rest of the season? What's the plan there, if you can tell us?
Yeah, I guess time will tell. Week to week, we'll see what happens.
You got a big game this week. The T area Titans, more of a running team, so more of a wing T offense. So what has the conversations been like defensively trying to stop that this week?
You just got to, follow their H back around and, our defense, if we just play like how we're supposed to play, don't worry about what they're doing. Just do what we do best, and I think we'll be fine.
It's a defense at the whole that has been at its best. 14 points allowed over the last 3 weeks. Good luck to you, Easton, on Friday. And just one last question for you before we go, though. What are some goals for you down the stretch here? I know we always talk team goal is get back to the Dome, bring home a state championship. What are some personal goals for you?
No, I just want to win a state championship. That's about it.
Last but certainly not least, Cale Hazelhorst forced 2 turnovers by the Brookings offense last week, 1 on a forced fumble and 1 on an interception.
Joining me is Cale Hazelhorst, a defensive back for this Yankton Bucks team, coming off of a big win over Brookings last week, 24-7, and you were a key part of shutting down that Brookings offense. 2 turnovers forced by you. 1, you forced a fumble, and then an interception as well in the second half. What was the defensive game plan, and what were you seeing that allowed you to make those big plays last week?
Oh, yes, sir. We were in the game. We were all flying around, winning that game, knowing what each other were doing, playing fast. It was pretty simple route coverage they had, or route trees they had, so we really knew what we were doing in our coverages there, and we all flew around and made plays and had a couple of interceptions and a forced fumble.
And then you're stepping in the starting lineup this year, junior, correct,
yeah,
for this team. You're stepping in that defensive backfield. You're kind of the last line of defense as that safety. So what has that transition to the varsity level been like for you?
It's really good. Not a lot of people get the opportunity as a junior, and it's really crazy. All of these boys, Ness, Slava, Bodie, and all of them helped me this summer to become a starter in this team.
Well, you've been doing a really good job helping the Bucks defense that has given up only 14 points total over the last 3 games. You got a big road matchup this Friday night. You're on the road against the T area Titans team that coming off of a loss, looking to get back in, 2 top 5 teams in the class. What are you expecting from T?
We're expecting a pretty run heavy like that wing T they have. We're expecting to stop that run, and then it should be pretty easy from there if you stop that run.
And then final question here for you, any personal goals? I know the team goal is you want to get back to the Dome as a team and bring home a state title. What are some personal goals for you down the stretch in your junior year?
I think my personal goal is to get a couple more interceptions and then get the All-State and All-Conference.
Big thank you to Evan Sirk, Easton Fieser, and Cale Hazelhorst for taking time out of their days to talk to me at Bucks football practice earlier this week. We're going to go to another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but before we go, thank you to some more sportscaster partners, including Aztec of Yankton. They're building industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. Build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road, and click careers at aztecindustries.com. Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution, located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And lastly, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. When we come back, we'll take a look around Class 11AA, the results from last week, the current standings, and the schedule for this week. Still plenty to come here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Brayden Butler here on KYNT and KYN TV. We'll be back after this break.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Your football party will be a touchdown when you serve up Sheboygan brats, summer sausage, cocktail smokies, and natural casing wieners. Game day is better with Sheboygans. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Are you ready to drive home your savings? For a limited time, Explorers CU is offering an incredible deal on auto loans. They'll beat your current auto loan rate by up to 2% on new and used vehicle refinances from other institutions. Choose from a variety of terms to fit your budget and lifestyle. Enjoy a fast, easy application and approval process with no application fee. Don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity to save. Visit us at explorerscu.com to learn more and apply today.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. It's time to take your look around Class 11 AA here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. We'll start with results from last week's slate of games. Spearfish shut out Douglas 58-0. Pierre took a 17-14 victory over Sturgis Brown. Yankton was victorious over Brookings 24-7. T Area fell to Watertown 25-0. Huron shut out Aberdeen Central 10-0. And Mitchell fell to 11 AAA's Brandon Valley 47-0. Now let's look at where last week's results put all these teams in your AA standings review, brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. We have a tie at the top, 2 5-2 teams on 42.143 seed points. It's Watertown and Yankton. The Arrows would have the tiebreaker over Yankton with their head-to-head win over the Bucks earlier this year. Spearfish is in third, followed by Brookings in fourth, T Area fifth. Aberdeen Central, Huron, and Pierre are all tied for sixth, but those three teams would round out your Class 11 AA playoffs. Currently on the outside looking in are Mitchell in ninth, Sturgis Brown in 10th, and Douglas in 11th. Speaking of the playoffs, how would teams match up in the first round of the season ended today? With only 2 regular season games remaining for most of these teams, it could be an early look at what we see in the postseason. Number 1, Watertown would host number 8 Pierre. Number 2, Yankton would host number 7 Huron. Number 3, Spearfish would host number 6 Aberdeen Central. And as it stands, your 4-5 matchup would be number 4 Brookings at home against number 5 T Area. We've looked at your standings, we looked at your results from last week. Let's take a look at your slate of games for tonight in Class 11 AA. Our main matchup in front of you, Yankton on the road against T Area. We'll also have Douglas hosting Brookings. Aberdeen Central welcomes Class 11 AAA's Sioux Falls Lincoln to Gene Brownwell Complex. Sturgis Brown is at home hosting Watertown. Spearfish is on the road in the state capital taking on the Pierre Governors. And Huron will play host to Mitchell. That's your look around Class 11 AA here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Before we go to another break, thank you to a couple of our sportscaster partners for helping make this broadcast possible. Starting with the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton, across from Walmart. Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses, from retail to manufacturing, is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. And Floor Tech, whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Brady Muth of the Yankton Bucks, as well as taking a more in-depth look at this matchup between Yankton and T Area. as well as the T-Area Titans, an overview of their season so far. This is the Bucks Football Kickoff Show here on KYNT and KYN TV. I am Brayden Butler. We'll be back after this.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including senior EH&S specialist and weekend maintenance technician too. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers and start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments. Now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations. And ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
FM 1021 and AM 1450, KYNT, Yankton.
Brayden Butler back in here again on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Let's get into your pregame profile, brought to you by Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, Roy and his team are there to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Yankton enters today's matchup 5-2 on the season, riding a 3-game win streak where they've outscored their opponents 94-14 in that span. The Titans on the other side are 4-3 on the season, looking to get back into the win column after back-to-back losses the last 2 weeks, 29-22 to Brookings and 25-0 last week to Watertown. These two teams are similar in per-game averages. Yankton is averaging 36.4 points per game while allowing 13.7, while T-Area is averaging 34.7 points per game on offense and allowing 16.7. That is a plus 22.7 point differential for Yankton and a plus 18 for T-Area. Keep an eye on the Yankton defense this week as they're coming off 6 sacks and 4 turnovers forced last week against the Brookings Bobcats. T-Area, a run-heavy attack, will look to control the rock, control the clock, and pound that football tonight. Let's get into your rival report, brought to you by Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location of all KYN TV games. Grab your friends and family and get together for all the KYN TV action. If it's on KYN TV, then it is on at Ben's. Let's take a look at the T Area Titans. We're going to go through their season game by game and look at how they got to this point. They started out the season 0-1. It was a road game across the state against the now 6-1 Spearfish Spartans. Spearfish took a 39-29 win in that one. T would bounce back, rattling off 4 straight victories. Started with Aberdeen Central on September 6th, 39-7. That's a home victory for T Area. They then followed it up with a road win over Huron on the 13th of September, 41-14. Back-to-back monster games against Douglas and Mitchell for the Titans. Combined in that one, they outscored their opponents 112-3, 58-3 over Douglas on September 20th, and 54-0 over Mitchell on September 27th. The month of October has not been kind yet to the T Titans. A 29-22 loss on the road at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium against Brookings on October 4th, and then a road loss to Watertown last week, 25-0. Let's look at the T Titans and how they've got to this point, and that is your Rival Report, brought to you by Ben's Brew Station. Now it's time to get into your pregame coach interview, brought to you by 1919 Root Beer. It's the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it in convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at local restaurants. This interview is with head coach Brady Muth, the coach from Bucks football practice earlier this week. KYNT color commentator Josh Boelter was able to speak with Coach Muth about this matchup with the T Area Titans, as well as a little bit on last week's win over the Brookings Bobcats. We go to the interview now.
I'm Josh Boelter. You're listening to the Yankton Bucks football kickoff show. And earlier this week, I had a chance to sit down with Yankton Bucks head football coach Brady Muth, talk about the big game against T tonight and what really lies ahead for the Bucks during the rest of the season. Here's that interview with Coach Muth.
Coach, last week you mentioned that it's a playoff mentality. You go out and get a big win against Brookings. Does that continue going into T week?
I think you said it. I think, there's a bit of a history with T, just because we've played in some meaningful games, and we haven't played a whole lot of games, but the games that we played in have meant a lot. And so I think there's maybe a little bit of a personal aspect, and typically I tell people don't get emotionally involved in a football game and keep things kind of level, but it's okay to get emotionally invested in this one. It's all right to take this one a little bit personal, just between the history between the two schools. And so these guys want to go out and they want to get this one, and they want to get it taken care of and do it the right way.
And Coach, what are some main factors going into this one?
Yeah, it's going to be a real physical game. Offensively, it's going to be a lot like Brookings, where they're going to run the ball and then they're going to try to take shots with play action and kind of lull you to sleep and then go over the top of your safety. And we've gotten in trouble with that in the past. Defensively, it's completely different. They're going to come from every angle and they're going to send everybody. They'll take chances. They'll take risks. And sometimes to the detriment of the outcome of the game. That's who they are. That's what they do, and they do it well, and they're going to stick with it. So we know that if we're going to beat them, we got to meet them on their playing field. They're going to play man defense on offense, and we have to be tough enough and skilled enough to be able to go over the top and execute high percentage, low percentage plays at a high percent.
Where's the team's focus at right now? Obviously number one ranking in Class 11 AA, back-to-back big games. Can you just talk about where the team's at mentally?
I would say, they're high school kids. So, and a football team with a number one ranking to me sometimes can be a real dangerous thing. You've got to be wired the right way to handle that. We talk all the time about when someone has a number one ranking and we're showing up to play them, we're going to prove a point. And we have to understand that everybody is doing that same thing with us, and so we've got to make sure that we're ready and we're playing to our highest level. We can't do things selfishly. We can't do things because they make us feel good. We just got to do things the right way.
And 11 AA really feels wide open this year. How do you keep your team focused on the main goal?
It's game by game, and if you've paid attention to the division this year, it's been every week. It's been someone different. It's been something new. There's been something that has shook something up every week, and so this season, more than any, I would say, is going to teach you that you have to play every week by. You got to play the games week by week. You can't look too far ahead, and you can't get hung up on what happened in the past because you got to execute on Friday. So, this is the way football is meant to be. Don't get me wrong. I like the challenge of going and beating a program like Pierre. Being wide open like this, everybody's got to be on their toes.
Coach, earlier this season, T's starting quarterback went down with an injury. How does that change things, or has it changed anything for T when you look on film?
Personnel-wise, their quarterback is a big body. And he's hard to get down on the ground. And so from that point of view, the guy that's pulling the trigger for him every play isn't 6'4" and doesn't weigh 220 pounds. but he still is very skilled. They do a good job with their quarterbacks, teaching them how to run option and hide the ball in their wing T plays. And so it's going to be a task no matter what, just because the style of the offense.
And Coach, over the last 3 games, you guys have given up a total of 14 points. It really feels like, even though the defenses have had great performance throughout the year, it really feels like they're coming into their own at this point in the season.
I'm really happy with the way the defense is playing, and I think some of what we've talked about, they're getting more comfortable and they're taking more ownership over it. And so we're seeing a defense that is playing extremely fast right now. Everybody knows exactly what their job is, and they're all executing at a high level at a very fast pace. And so, I mean, I think that's development. You're starting to see that, but I also think you're starting to see we got some pretty special players on the defensive side of the field.
Yeah, and then obviously multiple performances this year where you guys have ran over 200 yards. It really feels like you guys have formed an identity with the ground game.
I would agree with you. I think, we knew that coming into this season, our offensive line was pretty solid with the guys we were bringing back and the work that we had done in the offseason. So we knew we were going to be able to run the ball effectively. We knew with Evan coming back, we have, essentially 1,000-yard back in our backfield already. And so we knew we had some talent there. We didn't know it was going to be to this level because you just don't know what your opponents are going to have. But again, part of that is because we do have really good skill guys too, where they have to play back and protect the deep parts of the field and take guys out of the box, because if they don't, we're going to put the ball there, and teams know that. And so I guess for me, the most satisfying thing about running the football the way we are right now is that I don't want to say it's a luxury, but it's something that makes playing the game and coaching the game a lot easier.
Coach, what really sets apart this year's team from other teams you've coached in the past?
I think with this group, the difference is, what I've noticed is we have a lot of guys that are only getting this year as their opportunity to play. And we want it that way. As tough as it is to live in a program like that, we want our program that way because we want competition. And that's why, in football, the bigger your roster, the better you are, because you've got more guys that are pushing. I'm sure there's a kid walking around in high school right now that we could turn into a heck of a football player. The more guys you have out, the tighter that gets, the harder they work. That's the way we want. So you've got a guy like an Easton Nelson who's been waiting for this opportunity. And he's put all of his eggs into this basket, into his senior year, which is a hard way to live. But if it hits, it's really, really great. And right now for him, it's hitting. And I'm going to bet on our guys more times than not. I'm going to say that our guys, the cream is going to rise to the top. Competition is going to make us better. And I think that's the big difference. And nothing, like you said, nothing to take away those guys. Like, Rugby Riken played 3 years of varsity football, and that was good for him. But we're in a little bit different place right now where we've got bigger numbers. We're a little bit deeper, and I think that is a big reason to if you want to know the makeup of this team, that would be it.
That was Yankton Bucks head football coach Brady Muth before the big game against T tonight. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. Now let's send it back to Brayden Butler at KYNT Studios.
Big thank you to Brady Muth for taking time out of his day to talk to us every single week here on KYNT, and big thank you to Josh Boelter for conducting that interview. We're going to take another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but before we go, thank you to some of our sportscaster partners, including Sherco, our proud supporter of Yankton Sports. We need to be sure and make it Sherco. Roy Wilcox, State Farm Insurance. No matter where you are in life, State Farm Roy Wilcox will help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. They're on Broadway or over the phone at 665-1222. Lastly, Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. When we come back, we'll send you live to the field with Bryce and Josh as we are counting down the minutes to kickoff here on KYNT and KYN-TV. The Bucks Football Kickoff Show back for one final time after this.
Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying it, I'll help you create a financial plan that works best for you. I'm Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial. I believe financial planning should be as enjoyable as a day spent fishing or pheasant hunting. If you want personalized investment planning, retirement strategies, and insurance reviews tailored to your unique goals, let's talk. Search Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial or visit vfplanning.com.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy, Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Hungry for the best chicken wings in town? Then head to Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Whether you're craving mild, hot, or something with a kick, they've got the wings that will keep you coming back for more. They'll have every NFL game on so you won't miss a moment of the action. Grab a cold one, cheer on your favorite team, and enjoy the ultimate game day atmosphere. Wings, football, friends, it's all at Checkers. Open daily for all of your wing cravings. Have a large group or event that you'd like to offer clothing for? JJ Benji's can make you look good. Instead of you taking orders, collecting money, and then delivering the clothing, let JJ Benji's handle it all. JJ Benji's will create an online store with the merchandise you want to offer. People order, pay, and then JJ Benji's will ship it. You just provide a link or QR code to the online store, and that's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton for more information.
My name is Dr. Gibson, and teaching allows me to show my compassionate spirit. I instruct a lot of students that want to go into the medical fields. If I can teach them how to be compassionate and look out for others and even help each other, they'll be better in their careers. They will be better physical therapists, better doctors, better nurses.
Show Your Spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Did you ever hear that cheese is the favorite food of all mice? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. Mice love all food, often eating up to 8 pounds of it in their lifetime. Mice spread disease through urine, droppings, and dander, contaminating food and surfaces like counters and floors, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Welcome back in studio for one final time here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. I am Brayden Butler. It's time to go live to T, South Dakota. The T area Titans looking to end their losing streak while the Bucks of Yankton try to keep their momentum rolling in a Class 11 AA clash under the lights at T area high school. Before we send it live to Bryce and Josh, thank you to a couple more of our sportscaster partners, including the Fox Stop. For your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop, serving breakfast and lunch daily, including personal-sized Godfather's pizzas at the Fox Stop. Buell's Cleaners for rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services. Go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. And lastly, Explorers Credit Union. Watch the Coaches Show on Saturday mornings, sponsored by Explorers Credit Union. They're here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. It's the penultimate game of the regular season under the lights at T Area High School. It's the Yankton Bucks, it's the T Area Titans, and it is live on KYNT and KYN TV.
One is forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown. Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. It's going to be Yankton ball. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Yankton! Crane is going wild!
Now, let's go live to KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Athletics, Bryce Ladwig.
And live at Titan Stadium in T, South Dakota, I am Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. Yankton Bucks football on the slate here tonight. number 1 Yankton Bucks taking on number 5 T Area Titans. And it is the penultimate game of the season, as we heard Brayden Butler say in the kickoff show. Thanks to Brayden Butler, by the way. And Josh and I are sitting, I'm going to say broadcast booth, Josh, but we're sitting on the roof, brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct 605-653-2250. Field conditions today. Right now, it is a really nice 71 degrees, but it is windy, Josh, and it makes it a little more interesting. We're up on the roof.
You said 71?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. That's insane.
Yep.
With how, because I was going to guess like 50s at best, but maybe like you said, that's because of the wind and whatnot. But
well, I didn't say real feel, just straight temperature.
Yeah, we need the real feel. But anyways, no, a big game tonight here for Yankton as the season wrapped up. Look, they're tied for first right now in the AA standings, and they got a real chance to add to that tonight, Bryce.
Yes, they do. You know, Yankton broke a years-long losing streak versus T Area last year, Josh, defeating T Area on the road here at Titan Stadium in the regular season, and then in the 11 AA semifinals at Crane Youngworth Field, they took down the T Area Titans in exciting fashion to go on to the Dome. And if Yankton can pull out a victory here tonight, their path to a top 2 seed really becomes more clear. You know, which of course can mean hosting playoff games all the way to the Dome, where of course the neutral site would basically negate that advantage anyway. But a lot is on the line here tonight.
Yeah, a lot on the line, and when these two teams get together, Bryce, it is usually close. I mean, it's 3-2 in favor of team matchup-wise, but even some of the games Yankton's lost, if you look at the semifinal a few years ago when Rugby Riken was the quarterback, that was a game that was down to the wire after Yankton was down over 30 points in that game. But point is, they got a chance to do something special here tonight, really can kind of take hold on one of those top 2 seeds potentially if they're able to come out with a victory.
And we'll talk more about this in the keys to the game, but you know the run game will be crucial to both teams, especially for T. But Yankton needs it to set up a possible aerial attack, which when I was kind of going over this, Josh, that's what I was thinking, but now seeing the wind, I don't know how much of a factor that would be anyway. So I really guess it does go down to the O-line and D-lines. And Yankton, while they might have their starters out there, we've heard maybe not at 100% health.
Yeah, and that's the thing we'll have to keep an eye on throughout the night. Like you said, stars are out there, but it's that time of year where you're towards the last 2 games of the regular season, injuries happen and things like that. So it's something to keep an eye on as we go through the night.
Fans of the game brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. The Yankton fans, as always, travel very well, and a lot of red is filling up on the opposite side of the stadium. Your officials of the game are brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field. Colors of the game. Excuse me. The colors of the game. Yankton is in their road whites, red helmets, and T is in their home dark blue jerseys. And let's, Josh, why don't we go right into our keys to the game? Brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Vision Real Estate, located at 605 East 4th Street, Suite 2 in Yankton, or call 605-664-5555.
Yeah, and you mentioned a little bit ago, Bryce, it's whoever wins that battle up front on both sides of the football, controls the game. Whichever team's able to run the ball better, I think, will have a very real chance to win tonight. And like you said, there's a lot of wind going on here, and that could affect the passing game. So I think that run game is going to be key tonight.
All right, and our key player of the game brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton.
Yeah, sorry, what was that?
Key player of the game.
Oh, yes, key player of the game, Evan Sirk. Evan Sirk, I was reading my notes here. I apologize on that. Yes, Evan Sirk, yes. Look, last week, 185 yards on the ground, Bryce. He has been so good this year for this team. And you heard Coach Muth talk about in the pregame interview, they have a guy in him who could be a 1,000-yard back, and he has been really good, and I think he really is the key tonight, especially when we talked about that run game being a big factor tonight.
All right, special shout out to those at the KYN-TV Watch Party location, Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location of all KYN-TV games. So grab your friends and families and get together for all the KYN-TV action, because if it's on KYN-TV, it's on at Ben's. We'll step aside, come back here, and we're at Titan Stadium. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYN-T and KYN-TV.
Are you suffering from a recent injury or chronic pain?
Come see us, Lane and Reed Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of techniques to meet every patient's need and preference, including adjustments, dry needling, acupuncture, cupping, and rehabilitation.
We are dedicated to providing personalized and effective treatment plans to help you perform at your highest level and feel your best.
Whether you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, or a sports injury, we've got you covered.
Go to SWATchiropracticandrehab.com to schedule an appointment.
Did you know Sherco offers more than egg tarps? As an industry leader in construction, waste, and flatbed tarping systems, Sherco offers manual and electric tarp systems for not only grain trailers and grain carts, but also side dumps, end dumps, belly dumps, roll-offs, flatbeds, and more. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best, demand Sherco.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Bryce, Ladwig, Josh Boelter here at Titan Stadium, Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYN TV. Thank you for joining us, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, our smart TV app, of course, 102.1 FM, AM 1450, and the KYNT mobile app. Remember how you're joining us. We appreciate it. Looking forward to an excellent matchup here tonight. So much is on the line. A top 2 seed, if Yankton, of course, would win out the regular season, if they can beat Mitchell next week at home. And looking forward to seeing how this one unfolds here tonight. But again, thank you for joining us. We're going to step aside for the national anthem for copyright reasons, and we will be back here to Titan Stadium.
At Larry's Heating and Cooling, during the October sale, get a new furnace for $55 a month.
Oh, come on, Mr. Announcer. Let's have some enthusiasm. This is a big deal. I mean, a new 96% high-efficiency furnace for as low as $55 per month. The energy savings alone will probably make the payment for you.
You're right. That is a big deal. Get a new high energy efficient furnace for only $55 a month during the October sale.
Better at Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Conquer the day and reach new heights with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise Fuel is ready to help elevate your performance. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or the track, Rise Fuel has your back. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise to the challenge with Rise Fuel. Ignite your passion and dominate your game.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family.
We have an experienced and extremely caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments.
With an office located in the heart of Yankton at 1818 Broadway, we're centrally located for all patients in the area.
Whether you need fillings, crowns, or bridges, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox,
contact Elwood Family Dental Care today.
Introducing the perfect match for your Yankton High School sports nights. Ben's Brew Station and KYN TV. Whether it's a hard spike, exciting goal, or the biggest Friday night football matchup, we're here to ramp up your spirit and bring the video streaming excitement to you. Gather your friends, your family, and tune into the action. Cheer for every moment with the area's biggest Yankton sports fans. Ben's Brew Station is your sideline seat to unforgettable high school sports moments. If KYN TV is streaming it, it's on at Ben's Brew Station.
South Dakota Coyote basketball is just around the corner.
Stewart for three, splash! Cold-blooded Caleb Stewart
from straight away. Season tickets and 10 and 20 game flex plans are available now. The Coyotes open their season in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center with a doubleheader Monday, November 4th.
Coyotes on the move. It's Larkin's jump pass out. Close to Boer for 3. Yes!
Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, are you looking to get down and dirty with full-time benefits and great pay? This is Luke from Hedro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team where every day is something new, from electrical and all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Hedro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hedro, you will be a part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today. Jobs.hedro.com. That's jobs.hedro.com. Search Yankton.
If you think education needs to be a higher priority with your District 18 representatives, how about Harns?
I'm Paul Harns, and I'm running for South Dakota House in District 18. I'm a former educator in the Yankton School District, and trust me, I know the importance of education for our kids and keeping the voucher system out of South Dakota education.
Vote Paul Harns for District 18 House now by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Harns for House.
Today's world is changing and you need your general liability plan to change along with it. If you're a business owner, give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates, a call and let's check your policies. Since you're busy running the business, I'll do all the legwork, so feel free to call, email, or stop down 124 Walnut Street in Yankton.
Are you new to Medicare or turning 65 soon? Have you met IRMA? Who's IRMA? IRMA is an additional Medicare tax that comes into play based on your tax filing income. Let's chat today to see if you'll be meeting IRMA in your Medicare future. Missouri River Associates.
All right, welcome back here to Titan Stadium. Bryce, Ladwig, Josh Boelter. It's time for our starting lineups, brought to you by First Chiropractic Center. Making life better, one adjustment at a time. Located at 2507 Foxford Parkway in Yankton. Josh, let's go over a ball.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and take a look, starting with the T area Titans on the offensive side of the ball. Their starting quarterback's a 5'10", 161-pound junior, Dashel Lowry. At fullback, they got number 17, Tyler Reed. At running back, they got a couple of them here, both seniors, in Dawson Emmers and Cole McKinney. At receiver, Riley Schwanda and Marshall Smythe. And across on the offensive line from left to right, you got Chase DeBoer, Jacob Youngye, Kingston Nyberg, Charlie Leslie, and Cody Peterson. On the defensive side of the football for the Titans, running a 3-5-3 here tonight on the defensive line. They got Chase DeBoer, Jacob Youngye, and Hayden Belos. At linebackers, once again, running that 3-5-3, they got Dawson Eimers, Cade Korleski, Tyler Reed, Griffin Wiebinga, and Caleb Kunert. Looking at the corner positions, they got Carter Christensen and Marshall Smythe, and that free safety, Riley Schwanda. Handling the kicking duties tonight will be Marshall Smythe. Taking a look at punting, it'll be Riley Schwanda. The long snapper is Brady Tapia, and the holder is the quarterback, Dashel Lowry. Taking a look on this now for the Yankton Bucks on the offensive end. At quarterback, you have number 4, Easton Nelson. At the H-back position, you have number 8, Bryce Krull. At running back, number 1, Evan Sirk. At receivers, you got a trio of guys in Carson Ness, number 81, Cohen Zarbach, and number 2, Connor Slaba. On the offensive line, from left to right, you got Austin Conway, Derek Beal, Mark Cottle, Peyton Eustace, and Lucas Cordell. On the front line, on the defensive side of the ball for the Bucks, you got Riker Frang, Derek Peel, Peyton Eustace, Ed Amaro. At linebacker, you got Bryce Krull and Matthew Sheldon. At the corner spots, you have number 15, Miles Schrotzman, and number 20, Bodie Thurman. At the 2 safety spots, you got number 12, Carson Ness. And at free safety, you got Cale Hazelhorse. Taking over the rover spot tonight for Lance Pyre is Mac Grotenheist. Handling kickoffs tonight, number 46, Liam Villanueva. Field goals and extra points will be Kevin Ortiz. Punting, Matthew Sheldon. Handling punt and kick returns will be Connor Slaba, as well as Carson Ness and Evan Sirk. And Bryce, that's a look at your starting lineups here tonight. Really a lot of the same outside of Matt Grotenheist taking that starting spot for Lance Pyre tonight, who's out with an injury.
Thank you. It's Bats in Watertown. It's Nats in T.
Bats and Nats, the Bryce Ladwig story.
The Bryce Ladwig story. It's a documentary. All right, thank you, Josh, and that'll bring us to our kickoff, brought to you by The Boathouse. Located in the downtown Meridian District, The Boathouse is the most fun you can find on land. Head there for great food, fun, and drinks. If you can't be on the boat or at a Bucks or Gazelles game, then it's The Boathouse. All right, and looking forward to this one. We already mentioned, Josh, a few times how much could be on the line here. So much to gain, really, for the Yankton Bucks.
A lot of gain, tying for first right now in the standings here in 11 AA. They keep winning, they're going to have a chance to be at home throughout the playoffs. But you got to take care of business, and that continues tonight here against T, a good team who lost their starting quarterback earlier in the year with number 15, Brenner Conrad. He's out, and wish him a quick recovery. But they got Dashell Lowry, who's had a few touchdowns this season. He's thrown 6 touchdowns. So keep an eye on him tonight as he's looking to get it going here against the Bucks. As both teams are on the sideline now, we're still waiting for them to come out for the coin toss and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a big one tonight, and a lot on the line here for the Bucks.
And Yankton tried to improve to a 4-game win streak. T tried to snap a 2-game losing streak, or prevent a 3-game losing streak, I should say. T averaging 34.7 points per game, allowing 16.7. Yankton scoring 36.4, allowing 13.7. Yankton averages 392 total yards per game, majority from the ground, 245 rushing yards per game, and 11 total sacks for the Yankton Bucks. And that could be I don't know if there's going to be a lot of sacks, but maybe a lot of tackles for loss here tonight. And coaching staffs for T area, Scott Fry is the head coach, Brent Johnson, John Neeson, Logan Schockman, Mason Scheidegger, Matt Brew are all assistant coaches. Our athletic trainer, Jaden Stover. Yankton head coach, Brady Muth. Defensive coordinator, Justin Olson. Offensive coordinator, Terry Huber. Special teams and wide receivers coach, Brady Hale. And passing coordinator, TJ Beacom. Defensive line coach, Dan Schwach. Secondary coach, Blake Savvy. And running backs coach, Jason Savvy. And we have our captains for this game on the field, Josh.
Yeah, it looks like from up here we got Matthew Sheldon, Kevin Ortiz, Bodie Thurman, and Cohen Zarbach. Those are your captains here tonight for the Bucks. As we're waiting the coin toss, ref is explaining how heads and tails work down there. Got to make sure, got to be thorough if you're an official.
Well, what if it's like a special coin? You know?
It could be. Looks like to me they're pointing towards T. I think T won the toss.
All right, so T won the toss and is deferring to Yankton, so Yankton will receive here to open the game.
Yeah, and you're going to see a Bucks offense that had a lot of success running the football last week, led by Evan Cirk, 185 yards on the ground. So, yeah, you're going to get an early look at the muscle here tonight, Bryce.
There you go. Proud of you.
I got you. All right, so, yeah, we're going to see handling kick return duties like we were talking tonight. It's going to be a combination of a few guys. Connor Slaba, you'll see back there. You're just going to see Evan Cirk back there. You might see Carson Ness back there as well. They're all listed on that depth chart there for kick returns. So you could see a combination of any of those 3 guys.
All right, we're moments away now. A lot of attention in the state is on this game. Even though T's not having the year that they would hope for, I mean, they're still number 5 in 11 AA, and this is still this is a very new rivalry, Josh, but it feels old.
And it's intense. Every one of these games, like we talked about, have been competitive, and a lot of times they've met each other in the semifinals for the playoffs, and so a lot on the line here, as always. And T, we talked about how, yes, they're looking outside of those top couple teams, but if they get a win tonight, could go a long way for them in the seed points and in the standings and stuff. So keep an eye on that. They know what's right in front of them, just as this Yankton team does. They know if they can handle business here. Things are looking good going to the playoffs. But, yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what happens here tonight.
Marshall Smythe to kick off for T. T going right to left on your screen listening device. Yankton left to right. Back to return, Connor Slaba and Carson Ness. Ball placed at the T40. Smythe gets the team ready. And week 8 of the Yankton Bucks football season is in the air, and it will be Connor Slaba to return at the 10. That gets to the 20, out to the outside. Cuts to the 30, loses the football, and it's T football in Yankton territory at the Yankton 38-yard line. Not the way you want to start things out.
Yeah, not the way you want to start. Tough break there for Connor Slaba, who had a nice return going. Yankton won the turnover battle last week. Unfortunately, off to a poor start in that category tonight. But now this Yankton defense, they've been good all year. 14 points given up with their last 3 games. They got a test early in this one in their own territory.
Dashiell Lowry. It's going to be a wing T offense all night, so I'm going to be confused with who has the ball all night. That's how it goes, Josh. And takes a snap. And looking back to pass down the right side. And contested at the 10. Both D-back and wide receiver fall to the turf. Incomplete pass on that coverage is Bodie Thurman.
Good job by this Yankton defense. That's something Coach Mood mentioned, that every now and then T's going to want to take the top off with some play action. You saw it on the first play there, taking a shot after the big turnover. Nice job. I believe that was Bodie Thurman out in coverage who did a nice job on that. And now 2nd and 10 here for the Titans.
Lowry will get the team set. 2 receivers left, 1 right. A winged left side. Single back set. Lowry. Handoff going up the middle, and we'll get to the Yankton 35. Gain of about 3 on the play. And that's Dawson Eimers with the carry.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Bryce Crawl in on a tackle on that one. What a good linebacker for this team. Only about 3 or so yards in that play. 3rd and 7 now. T, we'll see if they go back to that pass game. Maybe if they try to run here, get a few yards closer, maybe go for it on 4th. But we'll see what happens here now in 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, ball on the 35. First quarter, 11:20 to go. Opening drive of the game. And it is another handoff for T. They'll get to the 29, maybe the 30-yard line. So a gain of about 5 on the play, maybe 6. And that'll bring up 4th and 2 for the T area Titans, and they are going to go for this.
Yeah, and this doesn't really surprise me all that much. You're at about the 30. That's in that area where you don't want to punt it. You don't want to try a field goal. It's a little bit too long. They're lining up to go for it, and why not after getting that early turnover?
And Lowry under center. And Edley Amaro jumps on the far side for Yankton, so that's going to be a T area first down.
Yeah, and Edley had a great week last week, 2 sacks. There was a spot last week where they also got him on an encroachment I believe it was actually on the first drive of the game last week against Brookings. So getting Edley to jump there, and now all of a sudden a fresh set of downs, getting it the easy way instead of having to run a play.
10:39 to go in the first. 1st and 10 now for T. Ball on the 25. And a handoff going up to the right side off the right tackle, and it will be a gain of 3 on the carry. That was Cole McKinney, the 6-foot senior.
Yeah, a little end around there out of the wing T. Like you said, you talked about that. Something you got to look for with those extra blockers out there on the side. But good job of this Yankton defense kind of limiting that on that play and only giving up about 3 on the play.
2nd and 7. And Lowry will take the snap. And hand up, going up the middle. And a loose T area. Titan will score going up the middle. That's Dawson Eimers, the 6-foot senior. A 22-yard scramble to the end zone. Yankton trails T now 6-0.
Yeah, and they sent him in motion. He got it, and there was a big gap up the middle, and take it in for the score. What a drive there by T, getting the turnover early and put it in for 6.
And it is Smythe to kick the extra point as well for the T area Titans.
And we'll see here as they are lining out. Usually, a lot of times you see this, teams will give a look and then end up coming back in like you're about to see here for a regular PAT.
The swinging gate, right?
Yes, the swing gate. I haven't seen a team, I think it was Miami, week 1 of the college football season that ran that successfully. So, no, Florida State, I apologize, Florida State.
And kind of a low snap, but it is a kick that goes through the uprights. It's 7-0 T with 9:54 to go in the first quarter. And we'll be back here at Titan Stadium's Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
A new choice for District 18 Senate, Lauren Nelson.
I'm Lauren Nelson. Last June, I won the Republican nomination for District 18 Senate. I won because I believe we need to keep government control local with our county commission, city commission, township board, school board, and sheriff. Officials who are neighbors and friends, and like us, know and love District 18.
Vote now or on Election Day, November 5th for Lauren Nelson, District 18 Senate. Paid for by Lauren Nelson for Senate.
$9:54 to go here in the first. T leads Yankton 7-0. And this will be the opening drive of the game for Yankton, brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. Whether you're traveling to a home or away game, be sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue. Kick goes off, and it is returned by Connor Slaba on the far side. He gets to the 25 and muscles his way to the 28-yard line, and that is where Yankton will set up for their first offensive drive, the first official offensive drive.
Yeah, and nice return there. Better result, obviously. And I want to credit this T crowd here. They're getting hyped. I mean, even a kickoff that goes to the 30, they're cheering and getting loud. So, loud crowd here tonight. Let's see how Yankton responds after a tough start with a turnover.
Well, T is a program that always believes they should be up there. They should. History has proven that. But also, Yankton is a target on their back. They're the number one team. We've heard that from Muth as well. Easton Nelson in the shotgun, 2 receivers each side. He's looking to pass down the left side. And pocket breaks down. He scrambles, and a push pass is to get rid of it. Incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10 Yankton.
Yeah, nothing there. Easton tried to scramble out and find something. Had more pressure in his face even when he rolled out, so he just got rid of that one. Heads-up decision there by the senior quarterback. Now, don't want to force anything or lose any yards on that.
2 receivers far side, 1 near. Yankton moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Handoff, Cirk up the middle, has nice room and is brought down at the knees. A 9-yard gain for the senior running back.
Yeah, nice run there. Had a gap up the middle, picking up where he left off last week where he had 185 yards. Gets 9 there in that play. Now a 3rd and manageable here for the Bucks.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, and a Titan jumps off sides. I believe that's what they're going to get, but everyone's pointing at Yankton, but I think that's just, why wouldn't you point, right? We'll see what the official call is.
Yeah, they're talking about this one. It looked to me like that was on T, but we'll see what the officials decide on this. Either way, a big spot or big moment in this game early.
So, all right, false start being called on Yankton. T crowd really into that one. And it will now be 3rd and 6 for Yankton. Ball on their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a big penalty there. Now you're forced in a situation where you could either run or pass. Now you're probably throwing the ball.
Trips receivers right side. Nelson back to pass. Nice pocket. Now it's a scramble. Steps up in the pocket and is brought down. Brought down behind the line, the senior quarterback. And that'll bring up 4th down, and things are pointing T's direction here early.
Yeah, Yankton coming out a little flat here. They have the turnover and then go 3 and out on that. So slow start here for the Bucks.
McKinney, Shabanda to return.
So Shabanda to return, as well as McKinney. And it will be Matthew Sheldon to punt. He'll receive the ball at about the Yankton 15. And a line drive punt hits the 50 and takes a Yankton roll to the T30. They will let it die wherever it stops, and that will be at the T28-yard line. See if Yankton can get a big stop here.
Yeah, nice punt there by Matthew Sheldon. Flipped the field after it looked like T might be able to get that in good field position. Sheldon does a good job of bouncing it and having it roll after about the 45 all the way down to about the 28. Now if you're T, you're trying to really take this game over. You're up 7-0. You get the turnover there to start, and you take it in the end zone. They really have the chance to take full momentum here if they can get a score and go up 2 scores here early in the first quarter.
8:26 to go here in the first. Handoff to McKinney. McKinney off the right side, and a small gain there for the running back, for the senior running back. Maybe a yard on the play. Bring up 2nd and 9. Yankton's far side of the line did a nice job.
Yeah, did a nice job there, and that was a little bit more of a simple play out of that formation that T runs. Just more of a halfback dive, traditional, compared to some of the stuff they do out of the wing T. But now 2nd and 9, like you said, let's see what T dials up.
All right, wings on both sides. 1 receiver each side of the field. And back to a pass is Lowry. Lowry shakes 1 tackler, ball's up in the air, and intercepted by Yankton. It's the Warhorse, Cale Hazelhorst, with the big turnover for the Bucks.
Yeah, what a nice play there. Edley Amaro gets the pressure. Lowry has to step up, and Cale Hazelhorst, like you said, the Warhorse, he gets a pick. He had 1 last week. That's now his 4th pick on the season, Bryce. A real ball hawk in that secondary for Yankton. Nice play. Yankton now getting the ball in really good territory here at about the 30.
7:43 to go in the first. Yankton's offense. Ball on the T29-yard line. Easton Nelson in the shotgun. We'll have a flag going out behind T. What in the world? So another false start being called on Yankton. I wonder if it's what's going on down there.
Yeah, a few false starts and offside penalty here to start on Yankton. And it looks like, okay, that was a whistle just to start the play. I thought for a second that they were calling another penalty, but.
And screen pass out to the right side. It's Connor Slava gets the catch and is brought down behind the line. And really nothing there.
Yeah, tried to get something going there with the bubble screen, but nothing to be found. They saw it coming to nest, and now Yankton, second very long, called about 2nd and 18 here for the Bucks.
2nd and 18, Yankton ball on the near hash marks. One receiver left side, two right. Scratch that. Connor Slava in motion. Nelson rolls left. He's looking for Bryce Crawl, and Bryce Crawl couldn't wrangle it in at the T, but the 35. So incomplete pass brings up 3rd and the same.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that pass was a little in front of Crawl or what, but it looked like he was open with some space if he was able to bring that one in. Fortunately for the Bucks, not able to. Now 3rd and very long here.
Two receivers far side, one near, single back set. It's Evan Sirk. It's 3rd and 18 for the Bucks. 7:12 to go here in the first. Easton Nelson back to pass. Pass out to Sirk. Sirk at the 40, cuts up field, gets rid of his tackler. He's at the 30, to the 25, to the 20. He's at the first down marker, and it's going to be really close. I think they're marking him just shy, Josh.
Yeah, just shy here, but what a play. Looks like it was real close to that marker. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard, maybe even 2 yards shy. I think that's kind of an iffy spot. But now if you're Yankton, now you're in a chance at least where you can go for it.
4th and 2. Matthew Sheldon, the bruising back, will get the carry. He goes up the middle, and he's not going to get it. He's brought down right behind the line. It was a tough run for Sheldon, but the line just broke down. He had no crease to utilize, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, stuffed on that one. They tried to go to the big back, Sheldon there, but nothing going now. Now T survives that turnover on the pick. Now let's see what they can do with the ball here on their 3rd possession.
6:37 to go in the first. T leads Yankton 7-0. Now Lowry in that wing set. And a handoff going up the middle and running back to be determined, Josh.
Yeah, either way, not much on that one. Yankton did a nice job adjusting there. That was a very similar play where they ran for a nice little gain on that first drive. Doing a good job there responding to it. Now 2nd and 8 here for the Titans.
Yeah, that was Dawson Eimers on the 2-yard carry. So 2nd and 8 T.
2nd and 8. Let's see what they dial up. They've really gone to the pass a few more times than I expected here in this first quarter. A couple times. Really no success on it so far, but T showing that they're not afraid to give it a shot.
3 receivers near side. And Lowry, pass out to the left, incomplete, through the hands. I believe that was Smythe. Yes, it was. It'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Titans. 5:56 to go here in the first. Again, T on top, 7-0.
And Yankton catches just a little bit of a break there. I don't know if that would have been a first down, but it looks like Smythe had a bit of space on that tunnel screen there, but to no avail. And now 3rd and 8 here for the Titans. Probably expecting a pass now if you're Yankton. See if you can dial up some pressure on that last drive. Edley was able to get some pressure before the turnover. See if he can do it again.
And Lowry, a 2-back set, one on each hip. Chest high snap. It is a handoff going up the middle. And on that carry, that is Tyler Reed, the 5'10 senior. And won't be enough for a first down. I think they're going to bring out the punt crew. So being up 4th and 4.
Yeah, and now, Bryce, these two defenses starting to settle in. T's only giving up a few yards in this one, but Yankton, after that first drive being in short field, they've really done a good job. They forced a turnover and got a 3-and-out, and now they're going to give this offense another crack at it here in the first.
Connor Slava back to return. Smythe able to get the kickoff, and that's actually Svanda. And Slava returns at the 30, brought down a yard behind where he initially brings it in. But at the end of the day, Josh, just hold on to that ball, and it's a pretty good field position to start for Yankton.
Yeah, not bad. Now if you're Yankton, you need to get this ground game going. They've, unfortunately, with some field position, some penalties and things like that, really been able only to try running the ball twice here. Had Sirk for a 9-yard gain, and got stuffed on fourth down, but I'd like to see Yankton maybe go back to the ground game here on this drive.
2 receivers near side, 1 far. It's Easton Nelson in the shotgun. Evan Sirk right behind him. We're at 5:19 to go in the first. And Nelson, handoff Sirk up the middle, and we'll have a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and I know he had a lot of carries last week, but Sirk might be the answer. You look at about a gain of 5 or 6 on that play. He had 9 on his other carry. Sirk might be the answer here as he looks like he's heading to the sideline here. I think it's Owen Eidsness coming in here with a 5-receiver set.
Yeah, 5 receiver set, 3 near, 2 far. Nelson to pass, gets Carson Ness at the Yankton 45, gets away from his defender and lunges forward to the 50. A nice play from the Loch Ness, Carson Ness.
Yeah, good play from Nelson on the pass there. Nice catch from Ness. And I think it might have even been Cohen Zarbach that helped Carson get forward a few more yards on that play.
Ball at the 50, 1st and 10. Handoff, Matthew Sheldon going up the middle, and we'll have a 5-yard carry. The bombshell goes off and won't move the chains, but it does get them closer.
Yeah, getting closer. And outside of that stuff on fourth down, Yankton's doing a nice job running the football. They've gotten at least 4 or 5 yards every carry outside of that fourth down stuff.
And Nelson, again, handoff. Sheldon up the middle and is spun down to the turf right at the 1st down marker. I think they have enough.
They do have enough. I think that last lunge from Matthew Sheldon was enough to get the 1st down. Yankton's starting to get something going here. Couple 1st downs in this drive, settling into the game. We'll see what they can do in the rest of this drive as now they're in Titan territory.
Nelson sends a crawl in a quick motion. Drops back to pass. And scrambles out to the right, and desperation pass out to Sirk. Sirk brings it in and takes a hard hit at the T45. So a loss of yardage on the play.
And I think Yankton's going to get a break here. I think this is going to be roughing the passer on T. There's a flag right down about where Nelson was tackled, so I think this is going to be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down for the Bucs.
Nelson get hit pretty hard. I was watching the ball.
I was watching the ball too, but I looked down, and and that's where we're going to get on that one. That's going to be a 1st down for Yankton. Catching a break with the TFL on that one for T. Did a nice job of stuffing out. And I liked the play call from Yankton. They faked a pitch option to Sirk and stepped back for a pass play on that. I really liked the design of it. Unfortunately, on that, T was able to get some pressure. But either way, I'd like to see Yankton maybe go back to that play again at some point in the future. But now Yankton with a fresh set of downs.
All right, and now it is Nelson. 1st and 10, handoff. Sirk tries to bounce to the outside, gets to the 25, and is angled out of bounds. And a gain of around 4 on the play.
Yeah, and Bryce, unlike last week, T is loading up that box on defense. Sirk did a good job there to get outside. But if you look, I'm counting 1, 2, 3. It looks like about 7 or 8 guys are in that box right now here for T.
2 receivers far side, 1 near. 2nd and 8, handoff to Sirk. And Sirk brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And maybe even a small loss on the play.
Yeah, it looks like he lost about 2 back at the original line of scrimmage here. Now Yankton in that area. They're at about the 28 here. Wonder if he'll try to get some yards or maybe if he'll go for the 1st down, get it all in one here. But either way, interesting point in this game for the Bucs.
Trips receivers far side. Nelson back to pass. Pass to the right side to Carson Ness. He might be open in the end zone, and he's up with it, and touchdown Yankton! Carson Ness, the Loch Ness, brings it in.
Wow, what a play, what a catch from Carson Ness. I was waiting for the official down by the pylon to signal, so I was being hesitant on that, but I guess it came from the middle of the field there. What a play, what a ball. Nelson gave a chance for his Nelson gave a chance for his receiver, Ness, to go up and get it. Loch Ness makes the play, and we're an extra point away here from a tie game.
Kevin Ortiz out to kick the extra point. Tate Bestany to hold. Cale Gary with the snap. I was trying to will that touchdown to happen, Josh. Kevin Ortiz, the extra point is up and is good. We're knotted up at 7. And that scoring drive is brought to you by Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season and donating to the Yankton Booster Club. So that's another $14 going to the Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucs football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes marketing, attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfasts and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and still be able to change your reservation without a hassle, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield and Holiday Inn Express, two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
All right, Josh, Liam Villanueva put a little English on that ball, on that kickoff, and we almost had the longest onside kick ever.
Yeah, it was a squib kick there, down about the 25. It looks like McKinney, the returner, bobbled it too and had to fall on it. Now we'll see how T responds. They give up their first points of the game with a heck of a catch from Carson Ness, the senior receiver here. Now let's see how T responds. They've kind of been stuffed their last couple drives. Let's see what they got.
Knotted up at 7:2:37 to go in the first. Lowry takes a snap, handoff out to the right side with the carry. That is Tyler Reed, the 5'10 senior, and not much there.
Yeah, almost a sweep with the back there, a halfback sweep, and it looks like the snap went a little wild too to the right, and Yankton was able to capitalize that and get to the edge and stuff for about a loss of, looks like 1 or 2 on the play. Looks like 1 on that, and now we'll see what T does here on 2nd and 11.
2:07 to go in the first. Ball on the T25. Lowry, snap, handoff, McKinney. McKinney goes off to the right side, the right hash mark, and gets positive yardage, but is brought down to the turf violently on the far side of the field. A very tough earned about 3 yards.
Yeah, 2 or 3 on that play. And now T, once again, where they don't want to be. They can throw the ball, but if they can do that in short situations on second, maybe in play action and things like that, 3rd and 8 or so isn't where they want to be throwing the football. We'll see how they respond. They already have a pick in this first quarter. Let's see what they do here now. This Yankton defense really settling in as well, especially against that ground game.
3rd and 8. And back to pass. Lowry, ball's tipped, and it was tipped by Matthew Sheldon in the middle of the field. Incomplete pass.
And nice job by the senior linebacker there. I think McKinney had a bit of a space, and Sheldon did a good job of getting his hand up and tipped up in the air. And another stop here for Yankton. They've really gotten some momentum defensively since that first drive with the turnover. They've got 2 3-and-outs and a pick here on their last 3 drives defensively. A lot of drives here in this first quarter, by the way, Bryce. It feels like really just a lot of things happening. I know with some quick drives as well.
Svanda with the punt. Slava to return, calls a fair catch, and fair catches it at the Yankton 44, maybe the 43. That is where Yankton will take over. 1:08 to go in the first. I was watching back that Carson Ness touchdown. I think we might be sending that one into Sports Center.
I think that's the right call on that one. To quote Brayden Butler here when we were off the air during that break, yeah, a heck of a catch there from the senior receiver. Let's see what Yankton can do now. They're at about the 45 here, good field position. Let's see if they can continue to capitalize with the momentum they got from that last drive.
And Easton Nelson, handoff, Sirk, almost loses his footing, but tries to jump up to the line of scrimmage, and a small loss of inches on the play, but nothing there.
Yeah, and like you said, looked like he stumbled out of that just a little bit. And T capitalized. They're quick on the edge. We've seen that so far, and they did a nice job of stuffing that run play.
And it is Easton Nelson. Single back set. It's Evan Sirk. 2 receivers near, 1 far. Nelson has to step up in the pocket. Will keep the ball himself. He's at the first down marker. Spun down to the turf. That's a Yankton Bucks first down. He's in T territory.
Credit to Easton Nelson. There's been some pressure in his face early in this game. There was a sack earlier. That's the first time we've really seen him have a chance to take off, and he's so good at that. And you saw it there to Yankton's advantage to get a first down.
And Owen Eidsness in motion. Hand off Matthew Sheldon. And the bruising senior back gets positive yardage, maybe like 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, credit the Yankton offensive line on that play. To put it simply, they moved people on that one.
The Yankton Moving Company.
The Yankton Moving Company. They were Sheldon was about 4 or 5 yards down the field before he was even touched on that play.
And we have a timeout, or no, excuse me, end of the first. Thank you, Josh. It's the end of the first right here at T area. And your first quarter sponsors, First Dakota National Bank. For more than 150 years, they've been providing South Dakota families and businesses just like yours with personalized banking services. And the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services. It's tied at 7. That's your scoreboard update, brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they're truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. Quarter break brought to you by Alani New Energy Drinks. Wellness should feel good and taste good, which is why Alani New Energy Drinks should be part of your daily routine. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large-size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
All right, back here at Titan Stadium, we're knotted up at 7. Second quarter is here. Second quarter sponsors, Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home, and FNBO, the great big small bank.
Yeah, Yankton now here with a good spot to start this second quarter. It's 2nd and 3 here in the gun. 2 receivers left here, Bryce. Let's see how they start the second quarter.
Yankton moving right to left, he left to right. Nelson back to pass. Pocket collapses, and he'll collapse down to the turf as well. Brought down for a T area sack. Big loss on that play.
Yeah, big loss in that play, and that's kind of a tough break for the Bucks as they were looking at 2nd and 3. They go backwards in this one. Now looks like they're in a must-throw situation here with about 3rd and 8 or maybe 3rd and 9 on this play.
Yeah, 3rd and 9 for the Bucks. 2 receivers each side. Single back set. It's Evan Sirk in the backfield. Now Connor Saba will join the near receivers in motion. Nelson back to pass, right side. He's looking for Ness. Ness goes up with it and brings it in, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, so incomplete pass. But that was another nice catch by Carson Ness.
Yeah, nice catch by Carson Ness. We'll have to watch the replay on that one and see what it looks like. That's a tough decision or a tough call to make on a bang-bang thing like with a referee here. And we do got to remember either way, whether it was or wasn't, these officials don't have the power of replay during these games.
Because they don't ask me, Josh.
Yeah, they don't ask you. They don't know that Bryce Ladwig is up here with replay. It might be a couple minutes from now. We'll have replay for you.
And to punt, Matthew Sheldon gets it at the Yankton 45. Punt is up, and Svanda calls for a fair catch. And he does so at about the 9-yard line. That's where T will take over.
And Matthew Sheldon's such a good punter. A lot of times you see him take advantage with a roll and things like that. That was all sky in the air. Good punt. Now T deep in their own territory. They've been shut down these last few drives. They had a pick and then 2 straight 3-and-outs. Let's see if maybe they make some adjustments or if Yankton continues to take over this game defensively. Both defenses really, really, I think, playing well so far.
Absolutely. We're knotted up at 7, 11-16 to go in the first half. T so far with 42 rushing yards. Yankton 34. T trying to add to that now. It's a keeper by Lowry, and it will be 9 additional yards, maybe 8 on the carry, but a nice quarterback keeper.
Nice job there by Lowry. Edley Amaro completely took away the back on the side there. He knew he had no choice but to pull that ball and take off, and he did. Nice gain there to start the drive.
For Lowry, 2nd and 1.
So Lowry gets the call from the sideline. We'll run it back in.
And Bryce, this is more the situation I could see, T, where they want to throw the ball. You have 2nd and 1 here, maybe take a shot. And they do run some play action out of this I formation. Sometimes they'll slip one of those backs out of the backfield into the flat, but let's keep an eye on the play action here.
And handoff to McKinney. And McKinney is stood up right at the 20-yard line. Maybe they're going to give him to the 21. And so gain of maybe 2 on the play. But it is enough for a first down.
Yeah, enough for a first down. And they said, forget that play action, Josh. We're going to go ahead and just get it here right now. And they do on that first down. Let's see how this goes. Yankton get up their first down since that first drive of the game here.
They did say that. I heard them.
Yeah, they did. They said, this Josh Boelter guy, what is he talking about?
All right, wing formation, far hash marks. Fresh set of downs for T, and will be McKinney with the handoff, and he's brought down chest high, a gain of 4, though, on the carry on the far side of the field.
I didn't
2nd and
see
6.
I didn't see who brought him back on that play. I think it was Matthew Sheldon. Threw an arm out there and stopped that runner really quick on that one. Might have been Bodie Thurman in that as well, but I think McKinney had a lot of space on that. That tackle wasn't made, but nice job by the Yankton defense. Limit that to only about a gain of about 4. Could have been a lot more.
It was as close to a clothesline as you can get without it being a clothesline.
Stop dead in his tracks
Yeah.
for that clothesline.
All right, 2nd and 6 T. And pitch option and pitch behind the back. And Yankton saying that they have it on the far side of the field. If that's true, that would be insane. And insanity prevails, Josh. It's Yankton football. What happened on the far side of the field? I saw the pitch option go behind the back.
Yeah, and that was one of those pitch little wild on the triple option. We got to shout out Alex Comp from the P&D. He actually called that in the pregame. He said, I'm telling you right now, Josh, we're going to see one of those pitches go wild on that. Yankton's going to be able to capitalize on it. Happened right there. Big play. Now this Yankton defense forcing 2 turnovers here in the first half.
Empty backfield. Nelson to pass. Passes out to Owen Eidsness at the 18. Is brought down. And that'll be a gain of about 5 on the play.
And you like to see Yankton do that. They want to roll out the quarterback, Nelson, on some of those passes, some short routes, outs, curls, things like that. And you saw right there for a nice little gain on first down to Eidsness.
Yankton in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone as Owen Eidsness now in motion near to far side. Pass out to Eidsness and incomplete pass. It goes through his hands, and I was worried there for a second if it was a backwards pass or not, but it wasn't. But Yankton is in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. 2 receivers each side near hash marks. 8:48 to go here in the first half. Pitch option. Nelson will keep it. He'll go up the middle. He'll get to the 10-yard line and be brought down, let's say at the 10. And that'll be enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
And that's one of the things I really admire about Easton Nelson at quarterback. Whether it's on a design play or a scramble, he knows when to hit that hole and sees it well, identifies it. Did a nice job there to pick up a nice gain. Now set up first and goal here for the Bucks.
2 receivers near, 1 far. Slava in motion, and Slava will see the ball go in front of him, and either a miscommunication or just an errant pass there from Nelson.
Yeah, and that's the second time in this drive we've seen a pass similar to that. First one a couple plays ago, and then that one there. Really having some trouble connecting on those bubbles on the outside here on this drive.
Trips receivers far side of the field. Carson Ness, a lone receiver on the near. Nelson drops back. Pass the middle of the field to Cohen Zarbach. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Yankton. Cohen Zarbach.
What a catch from the big guy, Cohen Zarbach. His quarterback, Easton Nelson, with a good ball. Just gave his receiver a chance to go up and get it, and he did. This Yankton passing offense having a nice day so far. Easton Nelson with 2 touchdown passes. And now the Bucks take their first lead in this game with 8:21 left in the second quarter.
So extra point pending. Yankton will take the 14-7 lead. Tate Bestie to hold. Cale Gary to snap. Nice snap. Nice hold. And the extra point is up and no good. It hits the right upright. And there goes the perfect extra points of the season for Yankton. But either way, Yankton leading 13-7.
Yeah, 13-7 is your score. The Bucks getting the passing game going here, Bryce, and really it shows how resilient this team is. They were down 7-0 early, had the turnover, had some struggles getting the offense going, and all of a sudden they've been able to add a couple touchdowns here.
Yankton has 13 points, which means $26 going to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down to Yankton Bucks points this season. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYN TV.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450.
Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics. Boston Shoes to Boots is your headquarters for quality and comfortable shoes for the whole family. From athletics and work boots to sandals and dress, we have you covered by our popular brands like Brooks, New Balance, Birkenstock, Red Wing, Keen, and so many more. Shop our location downtown at 313 Cedar Street or visit us online at bostonshoestoboots.com. Boston Shoes to Boots, your footwear expert since 1915.
And T to return, it's McKinney at about the 12-yard line. Goes to the middle of the field and get to the 25. They're going to give him to the 27-yard line. That's where the Titans will take over. Yankton leading 13-7, 8:13 to go in the first.
Yeah, good return there. And now if you're T, you look at here, a couple turnovers early in the first half. You had an interception on a tip pass, and then you have the fumble there on a missed read or on the pitch option. Now it's just about ball security here if you're T with those early turnovers. Once again, going in the I form this time, and we talked about earlier, they do like to throw out of this every now and then, so keep an eye out if you're Yankton can't be sleeping in the secondary.
And Lowry, handoff McKinney. McKinney now spins his way to the 30, and a gain of about 3 on the play. Almost hard-fought 3 yards I've seen in a while.
That's what I was about to say. There were a couple of Yankton defenders there. It looked like they were going to meet him at the line. He did a good job of getting yards out of that, 'cause I really thought he was going to be stopped at the line.
E&T taking their time here. Is Yankton one of the very few stadiums that has a play clock visible?
I believe so. It's kind of obviously.
I'm always looking for one.
Yeah. I think we're just used to it at Crane.
Yeah. Very nice stadium here, though. And handoff going up the middle. I believe that was McKinney, and he'll gain an additional 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, not much on that one. McKinney's kind of been their lead guy throughout the night, or at least the guy that they're going to be giving carries to. Even though they split a lot in the first quarter, you really saw McKinney towards the end of that. It looks like we do have an injured Titan, or at least, no, it looks like they're switching helmets down there. Maybe a helmet cracked or something like that. And I think that just shows the physicality of these two teams. Good lines. They're going to go up and want to hit people. You saw that play. When you got cracked helmets here, Bryce, you know it's physical.
Well, they just gave it to another player, so I don't know.
I'm looking, the player who had switched helmets on that, it looks like it was Charlie Leslie on that one. He is the right guard for the Titans.
And Lowry takes a wide snap, push pass forward, and that's, I believe, Eimers. And he'll be brought down pretty much right at the line of scrimmage, so damage was limited there. But that's actually Tyler Reed, the 5'10 senior on the carry. But the snap went to the right of Lowry. He was able to bring it in.
Yeah, and that's the second time we've seen that. But Lowry did a good job of pitching it forward. Heads-up play there. Yankton gets the stop now, and they're going to get the ball back to the offense. It's starting to gain some momentum, especially through the passing game. They've had a couple touchdowns from Easton Nelson here. Let's see what they can do now once they get the ball back.
Sfonda boots it, and will take a T bounce and go to the Yankton 45. And that's where Yankton will take over. Yankton again moving right to left on your screen or listening device. And T left to right. Yankton leading 13-7, 6:11 to go in the first half. In total yardage, Yankton has outgained T as they had it up on the board, and now they took it away, Josh.
Yeah, had it up on
109-61. There we go.
Yeah, there we go on that. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the night. We do have stats for you, at least through the first quarter. Easton Nelson, he was 5 for 751 yards and a touchdown. Added another touchdown that last drive, and we will have stat updates for you throughout the quarters as T does live stats.
Thank you, T. And Easton Nelson pass out to Connor Slava. Slava brings it in at the 20. He's to the 15, the 10, the 5. The con man is in there for a score for Yankton. Connor Slava.
What a play. Nelson to Slava, the shot play on that one finding his slot receiver wide open down the field. What a ball from Easton Nelson. Then Connor Slaba turns on the Jets, and he had me almost tearing my Tommy John there as I air fist pumped on that one. And I think I pulled something doing it. But either way, heck of a play from Easton Nelson to Connor Slaba. This passing game is alive. 3 touchdowns from the senior quarterback. All the 3 different receivers, one to Ness, one to Zarbach, and now one to Slaba on the big play from about 55 yards out.
The con man.
The con man. Locking it down and getting in the end zone. Yankton now line up to go for 2. They did miss an extra point on their last one.
See if they can make up for it here. Nelson, handoff, Serg, bounce to the outside. He's inside the 5, goes to the pylon, and he will get it. The muscles his way toward the far pylon. And Yankton now leads 21-7. That is $42 going to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. Core Trust Bank is doubling down to Yankton points this season. 21-7 again, your score. Yankton on top, 6:03 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
During October, Yankton Thrive is highlighting careers with our local manufacturers.
I'm Chelsea Sautel. I work at Aztec Industries as a material handler. Manufacturing is it for me. The way it works with my schedule was perfect. So I drop the kids off at daycare, go to work. I'm off work by the time they get out of school. Any sports events, any concerts, any events that they have, I'm available for.
Discover local career opportunities in manufacturing at yanktonsd.com.
Investing in your home is easier and more fun when you have local choices. This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We offer a wide variety of American-made, unique Clopay garage doors. Free in-home consultations, a digital preview of the new garage doors on your home, and the expert small-town service you deserve. Get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer, Upper Midwest Garage Door. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
And Bryce Ladwig here alongside legendary broadcaster Josh Boelter.
Legendary. Well, only one of us is the sportscaster of the year, Bryce.
Oh, well, thank you. I was just doing it to get you off your game, but all right, thank you.
See, I recover quick. I'm in news writing. I'm in radio. I got you.
Far side of the field, there was a flag. What do we see?
Yeah, it looks like there was an offsides on the Yankton special teams here, getting going before the kick was off. So they're just going to back this one up 5 yards and re-kick it here.
Liam Villanueva kicking duties. Also had the extra point field goal duties early on in the season. The Kevin Ortiz came along, and Liam Villanueva has still been very instrumental and really nice kickoff duties so far this season. Adds another big boom here to the 10s. Fonda will try to return. He gets to the 15, to the middle, to the 20. And Miles Drotzman had a tackle, and then he bounces through that one, gets to the 40, all the way to midfield into Yankton territory. We do have a flag coming to the far side of the field. 9 times out of 10, this is either a hold or a illegal block.
Yeah, it looks we're going to see what the flag is. I don't know if they're calling. I don't know what they're calling this here. See what happens. Heck of a return. We're thinking holding, but we'll see. Obviously, got to wait until the call. You never know, but got to lean holding in a situation like this. And I think that is the call as T's kind of marching back.
You know, either way, still a really nice return for T. Still at their own 40.
Yeah, nice return. Way to bounce off there by the returner. And now if you're T, you're down 2 scores. We'll see if that changes their game plan a little bit, or if they're going to stick with it. It is still pretty early into this one, Bryce, and they do get the ball start the second half. Maybe if they can try to drain some clock here and keep the ball away from the Yankton offense. It's really found some success through the air these last few drives.
And Lowry, 2-back set. 2 receivers right, one or near, one far. Hand out to McKinney, and McKinney down by the waist and kind of tosses his body forward for an extra yard on the carry. A gain of 4. It'll be a 2nd and 6.
And Matthew Sheldon is making his presence felt in this game, as he usually does. But that's the second play I've seen here this quarter where a guy looks like he's got a gap and going, and Matthew Sheldon pulls him back and draws him in. Nice job by the senior linebacker to limit that carry, but still a nice carry, like you said, to get 4 yards out of that play.
And now Lowry, Bodie Thurman, and Hazelhurst communicating on the near side. Handoff to, that's going to be Reed. And Reed gains 2 on the carry, and we have some groans in the home crowd, maybe some extracurriculars right after the whistle.
Yeah, I didn't really see much on that one personally, but only about a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Now 3rd and about 4 or 5 here for T. They're obviously going to want to get a first down here to avoid Yankton getting this ball back before halftime, up 2 scores. See what they draw up here. Maybe they go the pass game. Maybe they stick with the run. But a key moment, a pivotal moment in this game for T.
4:42 to go in the first half. Yankton leads 21-7. Ball in the near hash marks. T has it. 3rd and 4, moving left to right. It's Lowry. Play action. Pass over the middle to McKinney. Had him open. And if McKinney was able to catch that one in stride, Josh, and not have it be an incomplete pass, he may have taken that one to the house.
Yeah, and part of that was affected by the Yankton front line on that one. I think, looking at it there, I think it was Peyton Eustace who got pressure on the quarterback up the middle on that play, really impacted the throw. And now T, 4th and about 4 or 5 here. It looks like they're lining up to go for it, Bryce. This is a gutsy call for Coach Fry in this moment. Let's see if they can convert, or maybe if they're just trying to get Yankton to jump.
You know, Yankton's momentum, I mean, maybe they're seeing the way this thing's going, and they need to have a big play here. As I think maybe you're right. Maybe they are just trying to get them to jump as it's 4th and 4. Nope, there's a snap. Here we go. And Lowry will keep it. And he will be stopped before the first down marker. Turnover on downs. Yankton's defense brings down the quarterback. Turnover on downs.
Wow, what a stop there from the Yankton defense. And like the PA just said, I think that was Chase Blass who was in on the play there, making a nice one, identifying the quarterback draw, getting and meeting the quarterback Lowry a couple of yards before the line of scrimmage. And now Yankton, they have a chance to fully take over in this game if they're able to get some points in this drive. Let's see what happens now with good field position at about the 48.
Yeah, Chase Platt. Chase the Engine Platt. Hand off to Cirque. Cirque now gets the line of scrimmage and lunges forward for a yard, being up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and T, I think they watched a lot of film last week and decided they were going to load the box and try to slow down this run game. Obviously, Yankton hasn't had it's hard to duplicate 200 yards again and again and again. But either way, Yankton's still getting some yards, but T doing a much better job of slowing it down.
Chest high snap. Nelson under some pressure. Scrambles out to the right side. He's still looking downfield. He'll keep it himself, try to get positive yardage. And he's hit out of bounds. No, they're going to say he went. We're going to keep the clock running here. So on the far side of the field, but he is shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, by about 3 yards on that one. Credit to Easton Nelson. He avoided a couple defensive linemen on that one. Was just able to turn the Jets and get something out of that. Good job by the senior quarterback to be willing to scramble out and turn on the Jets, like I said, and get a couple good yards on that one.
3rd and 3. Nelson, single back set. Halfback toss out to Sheldon. Sheldon now lunges forward. He is going to be shy of the first down marker, about 2 yards shy, so gain of 1. Bring up 4th and 2. And I think if you're Yankton, you go for this, yeah?
Yeah, I think they go for it, and I think they're actually going to bring the punt team on here. I thought that was a little bit of a favorable spot for T on that one. Looked, in my opinion, about a yard short of where he was landing forward on that one, but and maybe that would have changed the situation. But either way, like I said earlier in this game, it's tough to see sometimes without replay and stuff, and now we got a whistle on the field. Looks like T's going to take a timeout here on this 4th down.
Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
It's never a good time to find yourself stuck on the side of the road. When you do, call Gary's Towing, your trusted family-owned towing service, serving the Yankton area for over 50 years. Whether it's light, medium, or heavy towing, they've got the right equipment and the experience to get you back on the road fast. Day or night, call Gary, Mike, or Mason, 665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
2:55 to go in the first half. Yankton leads 21-7. It'll be Matthew Sheldon to punt for Yankton. And Sheldon gets the boot on it. And hits the 15-yard line and takes the Yankton bounce to the 10, to the 9, all the way to the, let's just say 9-yard line. That's T will be backed up in their own, near their own end zone.
Matthew Sheldon always gets the bounce, Bryce, and you saw right there again. I thought even that one maybe was going to go in favor of T, but it hit about the 15 and bounced all the way back to the 9, or about the 8 there, actually. Nice job by Matthew Sheldon on the good punt there. And now T deep in their own territory with about 2:45 left in this first half. Let's see how aggressive they choose to be. They tried a shot play on their last drive on 3rd down and went for it on 4th. Let's see what they do here.
And Lowry. Hand off, I believe that's Reed. And Reed is brought down at the T12. Or it's actually McKinney. And that will be a gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, and it was the senior linebacker, Matthew Sheldon, meeting him at the line of scrimmage, or at the point of attack right there once again. McKinney won that battle and got a few extra yards, but Sheldon once again making another play.
McKinney 9 carries for 26 yards tonight. And T with 73 rushing yards. Yankton with 51, but Yankton has 121 passing yards to T's nothing. That's how that breaks down. Handoff up the middle. And just shy of the first down marker is T. I say that presumably. That's really close. And that was Eimers with the carry.
Yeah, Eimers with the carry. And looking at the stats here, he had that big touchdown in the first quarter for T, that 22-yard touchdown, the lone score of the night for the Titans so far, with another nice carry there of about 5 or 6.
So 3rd and 1 for the Titans, 1:37 to go in the first half. If T can go the length of the field, they're actually getting the ball to begin the second half as well. And Lowry, handoff. It's first down for T as the runner gets to the 21 or 22-yard line. That's Eimers with another carry. He's had some big carries, as you mentioned.
Yeah, had some big carries. A touchdown in the first half, or in the first quarter on that first drive for T. But that's so big for the Titans because now they can control the clock for the rest of this first half. Yankton, odds are, probably not getting this ball back in decent field position, barring a turnover or something. But now T, they can control the rest of this half and see what they can do with the ball.
And back to pass. Lowry, and incomplete pass behind Smythe, and that was at around the 33-yard line. Kind of a slant route there, and incomplete.
Yeah, and they like to run those slants and crossers when they get down and maybe in these 2-minute situations as well. And a little bit of pressure there from Easton Fieser as well around the right side of the line. Keep an eye on that. He had 3 sacks last week. A really great game for him, and seeing him getting some more key snaps here in this 2-minute drill in the first half.
1:08 to go in the first half. Yanked it up 21-7. T with the football. T will receive in the second half. And Lowry, pass out to the far side. It's McKinney, and McKinney will give T their first positive passing yards of the game on the far side. Gain of around 4 yards as he's slow to get up, but eventually does. And we have a timeout for Yankton. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We come back. It's 3rd and 6, 59 seconds to go in the first half. Yankton leading 21-7. Back in 30 seconds.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Core Trust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from Core Trust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit coretrustbank.com today.
Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back here to Titans Stadium. Sorry, Josh was distracting me with baseball talk.
We were talking baseball. My Yankees are up 2-1 after one heartbreaking loss last night, but they are still up 2 in the series as this pitch play goes outside.
To Reed.
I think, breaking a couple tackles there to Reed, and he might have the first down. I think that's a bit of a friendly spot, but it's going to move the sticks here for T, and they're going to keep this drive alive after that pitch option.
So we're under a minute to go here in the first half. And Lowry back out, and we do have a whistle and another timeout taken by Yankton. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. It was time for a new job, maybe a new career direction. Visit jobs@hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds. Josh, let's talk the NLCS. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, machine operators, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Zero. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Yankton leads 21-7. Fresh set of downs for the T area Titans on the near hash marks, moving left to right on your screen or listening device. It's Lowry taking the snap. He's looking to pass under some pressure. Past the middle of the field, and one of those situations, Josh, where he turned around to run before he had possession. That was Dawson Eimers, a 6-foot senior, brought it in at the 41 and just started turning and dropped the ball.
Yes, dropped the ball, and I thought that was a heck of a ball from Lowry on that one, too. I thought maybe Grotenheis had a chance to make a play. He's filling in at that rover spot tonight for Lance Pyre, who's out with an injury. Hopefully he's back soon. But, yeah, either way, this defense as a whole having another good night. They gave up that drive on the first down, or on that first drive, but now really shut down defensive play since then.
Two receivers far, two near. And Lowry past the middle of the field. It is brought in by Smythe, and that will be enough for a T area first down. A really nice ball there.
Yeah, nice ball, slant route, put some heat on it. T lives on the middle of that field when they throw the football, and you saw right there on the slant. Keep this drive moving.
And Lowry pass out to the right side. Sfonda, and he's brought down at the Yankton 45. Another T area first down. I think Yankton is just keeping this ball in front of them.
Yeah, keep that ball in front of them, and I think they're letting the clock run. I'm not sure, not seeing on the scoreboard how many timeouts T has left as they do. Looks like they're taking one here. Good spot to take, about 25 seconds left on the 45. And that was their second, so they got one remaining here, Bryce.
All right, back in 30 seconds. Timeouts brought to you by Hedro in Yankton. This is Yankton Bucks football.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
25 seconds to go in the first half. Yankton trying to keep this ball in front of them, prevent a T area score before half. Again, T will receive the ball to begin the second half. It's Lowry. Every time I say that name, I just go right to Bad Boys. Mike Lowry.
I like it. See, my brain goes Kyle Lowry, the basketball player, but yeah, Bad Boys is a good shout on that one too.
Lowry back to pass on the left side, and it is, I was going to say brought in, but for the second time in this drive, Dawson Eimers may have turned upfield a little too soon before he had possession.
And he did have some space on that crossing route, and could have been a big play there for T. Bucks catch a bit of a break on that one.
20 seconds to go in the first half. Each team has one timeout left. 2nd and 10 for the Titans. This is the most yardage that T has had in a drive so far. And back to pass. Lowry does get McKinney at the 40 and is brought down the far side of the field hard. And I believe that was Miles Drotzman on the tackle. And it may have been one of those situations where it just looked more violent than it was, or it may have been violent, but I think it was legal.
Yeah, not really sure. It's hard to see from over here. Out route was open on that one. Nice play to get out of bounds, though. Now about 14 seconds left. They do have a timeout in their back pocket here for T. Minor, they do get the ball first next half, so they're kind of playing with house money. If they can get some points here, they can risk it a little more, but keep an eye out here as they snap the ball.
Lowry To pass, center of the field, ball's up and tipped. It's Carson S. defensively knocking the ball down. The T crowd wants a pass interference.
Pass incomplete.
Pass incomplete on that one. Now 4th and 1, obviously going for it here if you're T. Crowd very animated here tonight in T area, but now 4th and 1 here for the Titans. Let's see what they can do. Maybe if they just run the ball and get a first down. Keep in mind, they do have that timeout, but the clock is not really on their side here. They are lining up in the wing T, so I think maybe they'll run or they'll try some kind of play action. Now this is a possibility as well.
And a keeper to get that 4th down, and I believe they got it. So it'll be a T area first down, and T will take their final timeout of the half. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football.
Sarah Sarda is running for State Senate District 18. Sarah, why should voters choose you?
I think they should vote for me because I've had experience and I've shown my commitment to the community. I've been in leadership positions. I try to be reasonable, listen to everybody, and then just make the best choice available.
Vote Sarah Sarda for District 18 Senate. Vote today by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Sarah Sarda for State Senator.
Bryce, Ladwig, Josh Boelter here on KYNT and KYN TV, Yankton's home team and stream. It is Yankton leading 21-7 in the final 9 seconds of the first half. Yankton has outgained T 172-127. Doesn't seem significant because before this drive, Josh, it was significant, and T's had a really nice drive here. They're currently set up a fresh set of downs on the Yankton 34. Again, T will receive the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and now if you're T, there's only 2 areas this ball can go. It's either the end zone or it's the sideline. One of the two. You either got to take a shot or you got to find a quick out or a curl or something or get out of bounds real fast here if you're T.
Low snap. Lowry picks it up. His pass to inside the 10 is not brought in. I thought it was for a second, Josh, and I was worried for the Bucks. But an incomplete pass. Intended target was...
I think it was Marshall Smythe in on that one, Bryce.
Yep, Smythe.
There, and I thought he went up and got it. It was a good ball from Lowry,
Yeah.
a good jump ball in a right spot. Even if he came down with it, I think the clock might have ran out. But
that's true.
Either way, a good shot. Now, once again, it's end zone or bust here. You got to think for T. On about the 34-yard line on this one. Let's see what they do here and see if they can get some points before the end of the first half, down 14.
So I think just another very similar play. And Lowry. 2 receivers. No, I can't not do it. 2 receivers near side, 1 far. We're in the final 2 seconds of the first half. Takes the snap. Pass toward the 10-yard line is, I believe, brought in, but time will expire. It was brought in by McKinney. So for stats, it looks good, but the score will remain at the half. 21-7, Yankton advantage right here at Titan Stadium. Don't go anywhere. We have your Avera halftime report coming up here on KYNT and KYN TV.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
Our children are our state's #1 asset. Hi, this is Mike Stevens, District 18 House Representative. I have made our children my #1 legislative priority. That is why I sponsored a bill to restrict access of obscene materials from our children, and why I voted to establish minimum salaries for our teachers. Voting has already begun for the November 5th general election. Please vote, and when you see my name on that ballot, just remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
Want to take the hassle out of servicing your heating or cooling system? Then sign up for the Kaiser Signature Membership Program. This is Chris Frick with Kaiser Heating and Cooling. Not only will you get peace of mind knowing your units are being serviced regularly, but being a Kaiser Signature member gives you priority service, a discount on parts and labor, and no overtime rates. Take comfort and let our qualified professional technicians keep you running.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including senior EH&S specialist and weekend maintenance technician too. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers and start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
All right, welcome back to the Avera halftime report. Avera moving health forward. Also, the Yankton School District and Alumni Association is asking for all alumni and friends to register online. Search for Yankton alumni to register and stay up to date on all alumni and district happenings, or open your phone camera and scan the QR code for more details. All right, we are, I was going to say in the broadcast booth, but no, we're on the roof, provided by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Hotel Direct 605-653-2250. It's time for your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. We bring in the guy, Brayden Butler.
I do want to mention, it is a very nice roof that we're on today.
Oh, yeah.
Fully fenced around.
One of my favorite roofs.
I feel very safe on this roof. I can't say that for every roof, but I'm not going to.
Watertown.
All right. I didn't say it. That was said by Bryce Ladwig.
Watertown.
But anyway, out-of-town scoreboard. That's what we came here for. That's why we pay me the medium bucks. Let's take some look at some scores around the Yankton area and then in Class 11 AA as a whole. I knew somebody was getting shorted this trip. We do have an upset alert in Class 9B. The #1 ranked and undefeated Avon Pirates are down 20-6 to Freeman Marion Freeman Academy. Gayville Vollins up on Burke 21-14. Irene Wakanda currently shutting out Colombe 24-0. Clark Geddes is up 14-0 on Scotland Minnow, and Vermilion and Dakota Valley are currently tied. That one in the first quarter, it is 0-0. I also got our scores in Class 11AA. I checked these a little bit earlier on, but it was near the end of the first quarter. We have some interesting scores in Class 11AA. Obviously, ours right in front of us. Yankton up 21-7 on T area. Taking on Class 11 AAA is Sioux Falls Lincoln. Aberdeen Central trails 46-2. That one's in the third quarter. The Patriots flexing their muscles in that one. Watertown wasn't a close one a little bit ago with Sturgis. They've now opened it up to a double-digit lead, 22-10. That one at Woodall Field. That one's in the second quarter. Pierre is currently up on the number 2 team in the Class 11AA media polls and Spearfish. That one is 7-0 at Hollister Field in the state capitol. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Mitchell is currently up on Huron. That one's 14-8, under a minute to go left in the first quarter when they last updated that score line. But a 6-point lead for the Mitchell Colonels over the Huron Tigers. That one's at Tiger Stadium. Don't have an update yet, but that might be because it's out. It might be because it's out west and it's 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That one has not started yet, but Brookings and Douglas will also do battle tonight. That's your look around Class 11AA and your out-of-town scoreboard.
All right, thank you, Brayden. No one does it better. As we will actually take a very quick break, we'll come back with your stat recap right here on the Vera Halftime Report.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Unexpected injuries happen on the playground, at the game or practice, at home or at work. But with Yankton Medical Clinic's Orthopedics Department, you can be seen today. Board-certified physicians Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera have a combined 25 years experience, 5-star patient ratings, and are now accepting walk-ins. If you suffer a break, fracture, sprain, or strain anywhere head to toe, you can be seen today. Get on the road to recovery faster with walk-in appointments. Now available in orthopedics at Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying it, I'll help you create a financial plan that works best for you. I'm Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial. I believe financial planning should be as enjoyable as a day spent fishing or pheasant hunting. If you want personalized investment planning, retirement strategies, and insurance reviews tailored to your unique goals, let's talk. Search Adam Boelter with Vantage Financial or visit vfplanning.com.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Are you suffering from a recent injury or chronic pain?
Come see us, Lane and Reed Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of techniques to meet every patient's need and preference, including adjustments, dry needling, acupuncture, cupping, and rehabilitation.
We are dedicated to providing personalized and effective treatment plans to help you perform at your highest level and feel your best.
Whether you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, or a sports injury, we've got you covered.
Go to SWATchiropracticandrehab.com to schedule an appointment.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? Sports injuries can happen quickly, posing threats to your health and ability to participate in your regular athletic activities. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care can provide pain relief from sore and aching muscles and lead to faster recovery after workout by easing the inflammation you experience, like stiffness, pain, or restricted movement. Visit with us about managing your sports injuries. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Today's world is changing and you need your general liability plan to change along with it. If you're a business owner, give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates a call and let's check your policies. Since you're busy running the business, I'll do all the legwork, so feel free to call, email, or stop down 124 Walnut Street in Yankton.
Are you new to Medicare or turning 65 soon? Have you met IRMA? Who's IRMA? IRMA is an additional Medicare tax that comes into play based on your tax filing income. Let's chat today to see if you'll be meeting IRMA in your Medicare future. Missouri River Associates.
All right, welcome back to the Avera Halftime Report. Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter. Avera moving health forward. Let's get into our stat recap, and that is brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today. We bring in the Boelter, Josh Boelter.
Yeah, all right, let's do it, Bryce. Let's burn this one, and let's look at the first half stats. Currently at halftime, scores 21-7. Taking a look at total yards for both teams. Yankton with 172 yards, T with 151 total yards. Breaking down the individual stats on this one, starting with the home team, the T area Titans. Their quarterback, Dashiell Lowry, he's 6 for 16 passing. He's got a pick on the day. That pick caught by the Warhorse, Kale Hazelhorse. Taking a look at the rushing stats with Dashiell Lowry, he's 4 for 12 rushing, but their leading rusher is Dawson Eimers. He's got 5 carries for 37 yards and a 22-yard touchdown. Cole McKinney, their leading receiver, with 3 catches for 37 yards. Now on to the Bucks. Let's take a look here, breaking it down. Easton Nelson, he's 8 for 13. He's got 121 yards and 3 touchdowns. His receivers today, leading receiver is Connor Slabla. He's got 2 for 52, including a big 55-yard touchdown reception. Carson Ness with a highlight play as well. He's got a 28-yard touchdown, 42 yards on 2 grabs for the day. Cohen Zarbach with a catch for 10 yards and a touchdown as well. Leading rusher, we got 2 guys, same numbers, 5 for 18. That's both Easton Nelson and Matthew Sheldon. Evan Cirk on the night, he's 6 for 15 rushing in this one. How about Matthew Sheldon, though, averaging almost 36 yards a punt? And looking at the defensive side, it's those 2 linebackers, Matthew Sheldon and Bryce Call. Sheldon with 8 sacks, Call with 6. Tackles, not sacks. I think I said sacks. Yeah. I think I said sacks, but I meant tackles. And now
had a great night.
Yeah, either way, I think that would be some kind of record. Looking at it continuing, though, Bodie Thurman and Thomas Reardon with 4 tackles apiece as well in that first half. And that's really how we got to 21-7 here at the half, Bryce.
All right, let's get into your second half keys to the game, brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Located at 2701 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton.
Yeah, and looking at it here, for me, it's pretty simple. Find the way to get the ground game going. You had a lot of success with the pass game in the first half. I mean, Easton Nelson, 121 yards and 3 touchdowns. You want to see a little bit more on the ground. It hasn't necessarily been a bad night, but you want to see maybe a little bit more out of that, especially if you're up a couple touchdowns. You want to be able to continue to control the clock and things like that. But I think for Yankton, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep it rolling. You're up 2 scores after that fumble where you started down 7-0. You go 21 unanswered. Just keep it rolling. And like I said, maybe find some success in the ground game.
All right. Thanks to Brayden Butler and, of course, to Josh. And we will come back with your second half kickoff. T will be returning the kickoff. We'll be back in 2 minutes from Titan Stadium. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYNTV.
Do you think the politicians in Pierre could do a better job of listening to you? Then how about Harns?
I'm Paul Harns. As a former high school teacher, I believe my students did a better job of listening to each other than politicians do. If I'm elected, I promise to act more like them. Listening and working together is what's best for District 18.
Vote Paul Harns for District 18 House now by absentee or on November 5th. Paid for by Harns for House.
A new choice. Lauren Nelson.
Abraham Lincoln once said, "Government of the people, by the people, for the people." I'm Lauren Nelson. Our state government and peer should be for the people, not for outside interests exporting our resources and money. As state senator, I will stand for the people, the hardworking, innovative people of South Dakota and District 18.
Vote now or on Election Day, November 5th, for Lauren Nelson, District 18 Senate. Paid for by Lauren Nelson for Senate.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com. Sarah Sarda is running for State Senate District 18.
This is Bernie Hunoff. In November, we're electing a new state senator, and I'm happily supporting Sarah Sarda. I'm a big fan of Sarah's leadership style. She's thoughtful, she listens. Maybe most important nowadays, Sarah Sarda has no political agenda. She just wants to make this a better place. Sarah already does that in her work career and in her amazing leadership on the school board. I'm proud to be the chair of her campaign and our committee, Sarah Sarda for State Senator, paid for this message.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
All right, second half action here at Titan Stadium, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV. T will receive the kickoff, and here we go, Josh. Half number 2.
Half number 2 in Yankton, up a couple touchdowns here to start the second half. Turnovers were part of the keys of that first half. Couple turnovers. You had a fumble from Yankton on the open kickoff that resulted in a touchdown for T. You have a pick by T for Yankton. Yankton gets an interception there, and then a fumble on a pitch that results in a Yankton touchdown as well later on a drive. So turnovers really the story of that first half for both sides, and then for Yankton also getting it going through the air. Easton Nelson, 121 yards and 3 touchdowns so far in this one.
Third quarter sponsors, First Chiropractic Center, making life better one adjustment at a time, located at 2507 Foxton Parkway in Yankton, and Truxedo, a real truck company. All right, Liam Villanueva set to kick. Here we go. Yankton up 21-7. Beginning of half number 2 is in the air, and it will go out of play. So quite literally not the start that you would want for Yankton.
Right, and obviously if you're T, that's good field position to start this drive. And now you're looking to get something consistent going outside of that first drive where you got the fumble and you get the big run. They haven't been able to put together a consistent drive in their regular offense. Sure, in the 2-minute they got something going, and maybe that's the look they need to go to. It's more of that 2-minute offense. But for now, let's see if they can get something going here, starting on their own 35 with the kick out of bounds.
Titans ball 1st and 10, their own 35-yard line.
All right, so it'll be Lowry and his offense kind of in a more tight wing T formation. And a handoff. Eimers will be stopped after about a half-yard gain. Say 2nd and 9.5.
Yeah, and those linebackers for Yankton are so good. And I think it was Thomas Reardon who flew in on that one and made the play on that, really stuffing at the line of scrimmage. That's one of those bread and butter plays for T. And Reardon did a good job of identifying it, flying to the football, and stuffing it at the line.
So ball still remains at the 35. Actually, say 2nd and 10 still. And Lowry will get Eddie Amaro to jump off sides on the far side of the field. Second time in the game.
That's the second time today. He had one last week, too, on an encroachment. Something that he's got to work on. Not that there's much to work on in his game. He's a very good pass rusher for this Yankton defense, but he's had that happen a few times over the last couple of weeks, and something that maybe the coaching staff will work with him on over the next few weeks.
2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 now for T. 2 receivers far, 1 near. And Lowry. Now we will have a false start going on T. And this one will be, is that Smythe back there?
That was 13. Nope. I believe that was Eimers. Yep. Yeah, and he knew it right away. And that, well, Yankton gets a bit of a break there now. We'll redo this, shall we? 2nd and 10, Bryce, where we started before the first penalty from Edley.
If there's another one before the play, I'm going to lose my mind.
That it is possible. You know, that is sometimes what happens in football, but we'll see what happens here. A couple penalties start this second half. You saw a couple false starts and encroachments at the beginning of the first half, too.
All right, take number 3. 2nd and 10 now for the T area Titans. And handoff. Going off to the near side, and a big gain. That's Tyler Reed, gets into Yankton territory to the 35, down to the 25. What a gain for Tyler Reed, the 5'10" senior.
Yeah, and you saw Reed able to bounce that one out to the right side. Only had one man to beat, but gets a nice run. Something that this T offense really needed. Their first big run really since that first drive. And now all of a sudden in business at about the Yankton 26 here, down 2 scores.
A 39-yard carry. And now handoff again, Eimers. And Eimers is stopped after a yard gain, being 2nd and about 9 for the Titans.
Yankton doing a nice job there of adjusting that. That almost looked like from here, it looked like the old school veer from up here. We'll keep an eye on it and see if T goes back to that package. But now 2nd and 9 here for the Titans.
All right, T area on the Yankton 25. And Lowry, pass out to Eimers, and it may have gone behind. No, they're going to blow it dead.
And we got to remember, we do got to remember on those, it's not necessarily behind the receiver. It is behind where the quarterback threw the ball from. So as long as it's forward on that from the quarterback, it's not a fumble. But yeah, I see what you're saying on that. It was close, but I think that was the right call there from the officials.
9:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Yankton leading 21-7.
21-7 here now. Yankton has a chance to force a 4th down here. Let's keep an eye and see what happens. I would expect T's going to look to throw on here, but they also could decide to run it, maybe gain a few yards and go for it on 4th.
2nd and 9, Lowry. And quarterback keep, and brought down behind the line by Edley Amaro, as well as in on that one was Riker Frang.
Yeah, and Bryce, Edley Amaro has been so good at shutting down those read options here tonight. He had a couple in the first half, too. And you saw it once again. Now 4th and 9, and I think T in plus territory at about the 25. They're going to decide to go for it here. Gutsy call, but I understand it. You're in plus territory, down 2 scores at home against a good football team in Yankton. I understand being aggressive here, but either way, risky.
After that big rush, T's actually outgained Yankton 191-172 here tonight. And now Lowry takes a snap. He rolls right. He's looking down for Svanda, and they're going to say he brings it in right at the 10-yard line. And that's enough for a T area Titan 1st down. They're in the red zone.
Yeah, nice pass there. Comeback route to Swanda on that play. 1st down. Gutsy call pays off here for the Titans. Let's see if they can capitalize now and put this one in the end zone.
Ball's actually on the 11. And now Lowry under center. Snap, handoff, Eimers goes up the middle and led us forward to the end zone. We have a loose ball. Loose ball, who is with it? And it is Yankton football.
Wow, what a play there by the Yankton defense. Forcing 3 turnovers here tonight. Fumble on that one. I think it was Thomas Reardon who forced it, or I think it was Thurman who forced it. Reardon who fell on it. And this Yankton defense, they are becoming ball hawks here, Bryce. They had a bunch of forced turnovers last week. I believe 4 or 5 last week, and now 3 here tonight. What a stop by this Yankton defense, and a deflating moment there for the Titans, who were getting something going on offense in that drive.
That is such a gut punch to T, Josh. You know, they're about to get within a score. And to have that happen, but Easton Nelson, the Bucks will take it. And 2-back set. And Nelson, handoff, Cirque trying to get out of some danger there, deep in their own end zone area. and gets a yard maybe on the carry. 2nd and 9 for the Bucks.
Yeah, not much on that one. You've seen Yankton go to that formation a couple times last week and had some success with it. Didn't on that play, but now looking at about 2nd and 8, maybe 2nd and 9 here for the Bucks.
Nelson takes a high snap, hands down to Cirk. Cirk gets into the second level there, gets to the 10. So gain of about 3 or 4 on the carry from the senior running back, Evan Cirk. And they'll bring up 3rd and, let's say, 4.
And obviously sometimes you just need some of those runs here to get out of the back of the end zone. Now let's see what Yankton can do on 3rd down.
Owen Einston in motion. Yankton moving right to left. Nelson rolls right. Will keep it himself. Turn upfield and has enough for a 1st down. And that'll move the chains. Fresh set downs for Yankton on the senior quarterback keeper.
Nice job by Nelson. That's a rollout pass on that play, but he identified that he had a lane. He took off and took what he could get and extended this drive with a nice 1st down.
7:40 to go in the 30s. Nelson will keep it again and get to the 2nd level again. And gain of about almost 6 yards on the carry.
And what I love about this senior quarterback, Easton Nelson, Bryce, is he is so decisive on those option plays where he decides right away, basically, if he is able to take a lane or if he needs to pitch it off. He did a good job there taking the lane that was given and got a nice carry.
Hand off Matthew Sheldon. And Sheldon carries T's defense with him past the 30-yard line to the 31. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks. 1st down.
Yeah, every now and then, just if you run a big running back through the middle, you're going to see results. And you saw it there with Matthew Sheldon to keep this drive going. A couple 1st downs here for the Bucks now.
And Nelson, handoff. Cirk. Cirk is stopped right at the 30. Maybe even a very slight loss on the play.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a yard, if that, maybe back to the 30. Nothing there. He was met by a wall of T defenders.
So loss of 1, 2nd and 11, Yankton. 6:45 to go in the 3rd. Yankton up 21-7. And Nelson drops back. Pocket collapses, breaks free to Matthew Sheldon, and through Sheldon's hands right at the 30. And Sheldon's a big guy. He's a tough guy, but I have to think in that situation, because the defender was bearing down on him, Josh, it really kind of looked like maybe he was almost bracing for a hit.
Yeah, bracing for a hit, and that was a tough play to make there. And fortunately for Yankton, they avoided a bit of disaster. I thought maybe for a second there that could get tipped up and picked, but good job by Yankton to avoid that. And now 3rd and long here.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Nelson out to Slaba. Brings it in at the 40. Brought down by the neck area there at the 41. Really close to that 1st down marker. Like really close.
And that's close enough, even though you're at about the 40. They're giving this a full yard, it looks like. Now I think with that, maybe they might be going for it here. They're still going to go for it here, Bryce, on about their own 40 of 2 scores. A risky call here, but let's see if it pays off for the Bucks.
Handoff, Cirk. Cirk will have the 1st down for Yankton. What a carry from the senior running back. He willed that one across the 1st down marker.
Gutsy call there from Coach Muth and Coach Huber to go for that one on that one. But either way, nice job by Yankton to get the 1st down on 4th and short, and now this drive continues.
And now it's Nelson be brought down in the backfield, a sack for T. Dual sack action from the Titans all the way down to the 35-yard line.
And lots of credit to T on that play. It looks like they still had guys run onto the field as that play started and still able to get some pressure and a big sack.
Nelson rolls right. He's looking downfield. Pass to Cohen Zarbach, and Zarbach is pushed out of bounds. And that's incomplete. And it's 3rd and 19 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, 3rd and 19 now. This sack really halting momentum on this drive. Let's see if Yankton, if they decide to be aggressive here and maybe take a shot down the field, or they decide maybe to be a little more conservative and choose something a little more safe.
And Nelson claps his hands. Drops back. Nice pocket. And a nice ball to the center of the field, but Carson Ness kind of held up on his route there, but the ball sailed about 7 yards past him there, but don't know if it's miscommunication or maybe if Carson Ness was held a little bit, but incomplete.
Yeah, and the answer to my question was aggressive. Yankton took a shot there, maybe had a look at Ness. Like you said, sailed just a little bit. But what was so key about that drive, Bryce, they get the turnover on defense, and they're stuck inside their own 5. They move the ball out to about the 35, and now they're going to punt here and flip field.
And a low snap picked up by Sheldon, and a fair catch called at the 35 by Sfonda, and that is where T will take over. So damage control done by Yankton. That drive went in their favor and then against them in a variety of ways.
Yeah, in a variety of ways, like you said, and it really, I still think, is a net positive just because you force that turnover, then you get out of your own end zone and flip the field. I think that's big in a game like this where you can, on top of that, kill clock, get a few more first downs.
And T area. Handoff, Eimers. Eimers is brought down behind the line for a loss of a yard. Edley Amaro.
Yeah, Edley Amaro, he's been so good at setting the edge and keeping contained on those plays here tonight. You've seen it a couple times on read options, and now there on that one. There is a Titan down, Bryce. I believe looking at it here, that's Tyler Reed. As he is getting up now and walking off to the sideline.
Timeouts brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. We're going to step aside. Actually, we'll keep it right here as the teams are both rejoining.
Yeah, it looks like maybe just a little slow to get up, but either way, back and over on the sideline. Looks like maybe a cramp or something like that. He's getting stretched down the sideline is Tyler Reed here for the Titans. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if he comes back in the game. I would expect it, but once again, I think it's just a cramp.
5:10 to go in the third. Yankton leads 21-7. T-Area has the ball on their own 34. And back to pass is Lowry. Lowry has the ball go through the hands of the intended target. There is Brayden Nifke, the 5'8 sophomore. First time calling his name tonight.
Yeah, and like I said in the first half, every now and then they like to bust out a play-action pass out of that formation, and you saw it there. Had Nifke, maybe he overthrew it just a little bit, and I thought maybe Ness could have even came up that one. It was hard to tell from up here, but now either way, third and about 11 here for T, looking to get something going.
Two receivers near side, one far. Lowry. Past the middle of the field, into traffic, incomplete, and they're going to get a pass interference on Yankton. And I don't know who they're going to get it on. There was a variety of bucks in there, and it kind of looked like he almost just kind of ran into a Yankton buck. I'm not can't be too sure yet.
Yeah, and if you want to call it, that's fine. It felt a little late to me on that one, but either way, penalty flag down on the ground. This drive's going to stay alive here for the Titans.
And it's kind of one of those situations that kind of looked like T was really petitioning hard for it, and the flag came in. And it's now 1st and 10 for the T-Area Titans on their own 49.
Yeah, first and down, a big penalty there. Keeps this drive alive for T. Needed to keep it alive after you move the ball on that first drive fumble. Now you're looking to get something going and try to make this a one-score game before we get to the fourth.
Two receivers near, one far. And Lowry. Handoff. That's Eimers, and he's able to gain 3 on the play into Yankton territory at the Yankton 48. And that's actually Korleski on the carry.
Stop me if you've heard this before, Bryce. Matthew Sheldon on a tackle. I mean, he had 8 in the first half. He was in the mix on that one. I didn't see who else. It looked like another red helmet in there, but nice stop on that play. Only about 3 yards on that run.
T breaks their huddle. Kind of a slow second half here so far. We had the turnover. Other than that, both offenses have been relatively quiet. Hopefully that wasn't a kiss of death. And now it is Lowry out, and a pass downfield is brought in by Sfonda at the Yankton 34-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Lowry. I think he knew he wasn't going to be able to bullet there, so he does just enough to sail that pass. He gives Schwanda enough time to get to a good spot throw on that one. Nice play with pressure in his face.
And T area. Three receivers far side, one near. And quick handoff and passes out and incomplete.
Ball thrown away by
Lowry. So incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 Titans.
And Edley Amaro's putting his stamp on this game in the second half, Bryce. You saw him get some pressure there on Lowry and force Lowry to roll out and throw that one away.
All right, we have Lowry under center, 2nd and 10 T. Handoff, Eimers goes up the middle, is brought down right at the 30, and gain of almost 5 on the play.
Gain of about 5, and once again, it looks like you got about 2 plays here to get a first down. This is really about where T's started to go for it. They've been very aggressive with that, especially here in the second half. We've seen them go for it a couple times, to some success and a couple failures, but a lot of success on those 4th downs. But now let's see what they can do on 3rd here with about 5 yards out from the first down.
3rd and 6 T. And pitch option is pitched out to Reed on the near side, is brought down right behind the line by Yankton. Loss of 1.5 yards. Bring up 4th down for the Titans.
Nice job there by the Yankton defense, keeping contained, taking away the quarterback. He pitches it out. Thomas Reardon and company go out and make a tackle, and they lose a couple yards in this, and I think T's going to be going for it again here with about 4th and 7 from their own, call it the 31, maybe the 32-yard line, Bryce.
2:25 to go in the 3rd. And here we go. Trips receivers far side. Lowry back to pass. He's looking for Svanda in the middle of the field, and incomplete at the Yankton 15. Turnover on downs. Yankton will take over.
Big stop by this Yankton defense. 2nd time this half they've gotten a stop in plus territory. This defense, since giving up that first drive touchdown, has been lights out. You saw it there again, getting another stop on 4th down. Now get this ball back to the offense, trying to go up 3 scores.
2:07 to go here in the 3rd. Easton Nelson and company. 3 running back set. Pitch out to, or halfback toss out to Evan Sirk, and Sirk is brought down behind the line. Loss of almost 2 on the play.
Yeah, loss of 2. Sometimes those pitch plays on the short end of the, or the short side of the field can be a little tough, as we do got a couple raindrops here in T. Keep an eye on that and see how that affects it. But we'll keep an eye on that as we continue here into this late into the 3rd quarter. Yankton out with about 2nd and 12.
That is unacceptable, Josh. I'm not allowing it to happen. Easton Nelson back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Gets to the near side. Almost loses his footing. Gets all the way to the 40. Is forced out of bounds and also fought through what may have been a very faint face mask. And it'll be enough for a Yankton Bucks, a first down.
Nice job there by Easton Nelson, taking off with some pressure in his face, able to get going and get the first down there, keep this drive going.
90 seconds to go, 3rd quarter.
So 1:23 on the clock here in the 3rd. Fresh set of downs for the Bucks. Empty backfield. And quad receivers on the far side of the field. Easton Nelson, pass out to Eidsness. Eidsness on the right side. He'll turn upfield. And all that for about 2 yards, maybe a yard, but positive yardage nonetheless.
Rush by Eidsness.
Yeah, that looks like a bubble screen to me.
Why would they call that a
gain
rush?
of about 2 on that one. PA saying rush, but that was a bubble screen here. It's now Yankton with about 2nd and 8 after that screen.
2 receivers each side. Nelson back to pass. And Nelson brought down in the backfield. T area gets to him. And Yankton coaching staff not happy on the far side.
Yeah, this T defense has been getting some pressure. We've seen a few sacks here early on, and then now in this 3rd quarter, they've done a good job winning those battles up front and getting some pressure. Yankton now with 3rd and long, called about 3rd and 13 here from about their own 39.
Easton Nelson and company, 2 receivers each side, single back set. It's 3rd and 14 for the Bucks. Nelson, pocket collapses, goes to the right side and angled out of bounds. He'll gain a few yards on the carry, but he'll bring up 4th and long for the Bucks.
And sometimes that's okay. I mean, yes, you want to take the shot and get the first down and keep the drive alive. But the way I look at it is you're up 2 scores going late into this 3rd quarter. Your defense is playing well. No need to risk a turnover or something like that. Punt this ball away and play field position.
Sheldon into punt.
And so Matthew Sheldon into punt now for the Bucks.
Schwanda and Bolenberger return for the Titans.
Sheldon having a good night punting the ball in the first half. He had almost 140 net yards on the punt, on punts here. He lines up at about his own 30. Two returners punted at about the 20. This punt is off, and it's going to hit about the 30 and take a big Yankton bounce. I don't know if it's going to stay in, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback on that one, and it looks like T will be taking this ball over at the 20. Booming punt there from Matthew Sheldon. Took a big bounce. When I say that landed about the 25 and then bounced all the way into the end zone, I mean it now as T's taking over here. First down at about the right at the 20 here, trying to get something going. Down 2 scores, about 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
All right, and we are going to have some light rain coming in here in the next 20 minutes or so. It'll last about 20 minutes. And right here at Titan Stadium. Never like to see that, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't want to see that here as we're trying to protect our own equipment as well as it can impact the quality of play here, or things like that. So we'll keep an eye on it as this run for about a gain of 5 or 6 here from T. Call it maybe even 7 on that nice run to start the drive.
And 17 seconds. That might be the last play of the third quarter. And I think it will be. Your fourth quarter sponsors, when we get to that, will be Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first, located at 2701 Foxford Parkway in Yankton. And MT&RC Smith Insurance, an independent insurance agency offering you a variety of products for your individual, family, and business needs. All right, and that will bring your scoreboard update. Yankton leading 21-7. That's brought to you by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. Their number one goal at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab is to make each patient feel at home and know they are truly there to help you live a healthier, pain-free life. SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. Visit them at SWATchiropracticandrehab.com. Quarter breaks brought to you by Alani New Energy Drinks. Wellness should feel good and taste good, which is why Alani New Energy Drinks should be part of your daily routine. Increase physical performance and boost focus with just 10 calories, no sugar or gluten. Alani New Energy Drinks are a healthy way to fuel your fun. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota public schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
And we're live from Titan Field here. Start of the fourth quarter. Your score is 21-7. Yankton here. T has a 2nd and 3 from about their own 28 here as they're getting ready to start this. T had a big drive going in that third quarter, fumbled the ball inside their own 5. I'm Josh Boelter, Bryce Ladwig with me. We're currently taking care of some equipment. There's some rain in the forecast here, so we're trying to protect our equipment as we start this fourth quarter. T lining up here, and the officials are standing between. I don't know if they're waiting for a sub or something. Now there's a whistle, and we are going to start play here. Lowry under center here for the Titans. He takes the snap, and he's going to hand this football off, and that looks like a yard, if that, for the Titans, and he's going to go backwards maybe even. See who was on the carry. Looks to me like it was number 30, Brandon Nifke. On that one, it looks like it was Thomas Reardon as well in on the tackle. 3rd and about 2 yards here now for the Titans, Bryce, and big stop on that play. Yeah, and we're going to keep it right here. Once again, Bryce still dealing with equipment as we're sitting here going here. 3rd and 2 now for the Titans. Obviously a big play. We've seen them go for it a few times here in this second half. Maybe they'll go for it again down 14 with 11:30 to play. Lowry lining up under center once again. 3 receivers out left, takes the snap, and he's going to hand this one off up the middle, and the Bucks stuff that one at the line of scrimmage. Multiple red helmets in on that one. Nice play by the Yankton defense on that one, and they're going to force a big punt here after a loss of maybe even one on the play on that one. As I forgot, I'm also running scoreboard, clock, and doing play-by-play right now.
Not for long. Our umbrellas are on the way here.
Umbrellas are on the way here. Bryce, could I get you to run scoreboard, or excuse me, that, while we're doing that, as the punt is off here, and it looks like it's Connor Slava planted about the 30. He's taking it, rolling right. He's got a little bit of space, and he's going to go down at about the 30, call it about the 36-yard line. It looks like it was Brayden Tapia in on the tackle as this one. Now the Yankton offense taking the field here. They've had some success today passing the ball. Easton Nelson, 3 touchdowns, 121 yards here today. He's been big. 3 different receivers on those touchdowns. Connor Slaba with a touchdown. We also have Cohen Zarbach with a touchdown and Carson Ness with a touchdown now here. 1st and 10 for the Bucks.
Easton Nelson. And there'll be a handoff to Evan Sork on the near side. And what do you think, Josh? A gain of almost a yard. I mean, right at the line of scrimmage, basically.
Yeah, yard, if that, on that play, on that one, if that, on that. So nice, nice job by that T defense once again. They've really done a great job in this second half of shutting down this Yankton offense.
And 2 receivers far side, 2 near. Easton Nelson and company. We're at 10-12 to go in the 4th. Owen Isnes in motion. Nelson back to pass. Pass out to the flat to Evan Sirk. Sirk now cuts upfield. He has almost enough for a first down. I thought he was going to have it, Josh, but he was brought down last second and about 2 yards short. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice job there by Nelson. He was looking down the field, didn't identify anything. See Sirk there on that swing route. Gets it for a nice gain of about 8 on the play.
Nelson drops back, steps up in the pocket, and is brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe even a sack, but actually, yeah, they are going to give him the sack. So it's 4th and 2 now for the Bucks.
And if that, I was going to say that's close, but if that's in the backfield, that's by about a football length, if that. But now Yankton punting here, and a 3 and out on that one. This T defense doing a nice job keeping them in the game. Now, if you're this T offense, you got to figure something out and get down the field here and quick. You only got about 9 minutes left. You got to get 2 scores here on the board on a defense that has had a really great night.
And the snap to Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon gets the boot on it. And ball's up and takes a T bounce, but Yankton will kill it right at the 36-yard line. That's where T will take over. 8:51 to go here in the 4th, as we're all praying that the game ends before the rain comes.
Yeah, we're hoping for that. But how about this Yankton defense on that last drive, Bryce? 2nd and 2. They get the stop on that drive. That was big. Get it back to the offense. Even though the offense didn't do much with it, you still get that stop, and that's big for a defense that's been playing well all day. That might have been their most impressive stop, in my opinion.
And T area. Lowry. And quick handoff, and it's Reed. Reed breaks free of the Yankton defense into Yankton territory, brought down at the 46. They're going to give him all the way to the 45-yard line, and Reed goes down on the play. We're not doctors, but 99% sure it's a cramping issue.
Impressive run there by Reed. He broke a tackle early on in that play, really turned that into a big gain, and hard-fought run, and you hope he's okay. Like you said, probably a cramp. You don't like to assume, but once again, more likely than not a cramp.
All right, and so that's a fresh set of downs, and we'll be back at 30 seconds. This is Yankton Bucks Football, KYNT and KYN-TV.
This is Mike Stevens. I'm running for re-election to the South Dakota House District 18.
Hello, this is Hugh Bartle, Speaker of the House for the state of South Dakota. I'm on your radio today asking you to support Mike Stevens for state representative. Mike is a wonderful legislator, a legislator that people listen to, a legislator that gets things done. And that's the name of the game in Pierre. Thank you for voting for Mike.
When you vote, remember, I like Mike. Paid for by Stevens for House.
8:44 to go in the fourth. Yankton leads 21-7. It's T football in Yankton territory at the Yankton 45. Back to pass, Lowry. And Lowry does complete the pass to about the 36-yard line. That's a Griffin Weeminga, the 6'4 sophomore.
And I thought that was one of Lowry's best passes of the day. He threw that to a spot on the sideline there. Weebinga makes a nice grab. Nice play there from the T-area Titans. They like to roll that play action a little bit, and it's all right there for a nice gain.
All right, and now Lowry. Second and 1 for the Titans. And it is with the carry, Cole McKinney. And McKinney is stopped right at the line with forward progress, so it's still 3rd and 1 now for the Titans.
Matthew Sheldon in there on the stuff, and this linebacking crew from Yankton, once again, is having another great night here on that play. It looks like it was a combination of Sheldon and Reardon in on that, and Reardon having a good night as well. And now 3rd and 1 here, obviously 2 down territory here for T with a short distance to go and down 2 scores.
8:04 to go in the fourth. And Lowry under center. And back to pass, rolls out to the right, pass downfield, and it's up and it's incomplete over the head of the intended target to Svanda.
Yeah, and that was good coverage there. It looks like it was Hazelhorse and company in on that one. And I understand the call there. If you're T, you play action on 3rd and 1, take a shot, knowing you have 4th and 1 where you can run the ball here and maybe get a first down. However, Yankton, their last couple short run plays on this, they had a couple stuffs on the drive before on 3rd and 2, or 2nd and 2 and 3rd and 2, had one on 2nd and 1. Now let's see what happens here on 4th down 1. Obviously, do or die time here for the Titans.
And Titans have it 4th and 1. Big play right here for the Titans and Yankton. Lowry takes a snap, hand off to, keeper, and he's brought down to the backfield by Edley Amaro.
Wow, Bryce. What a play from Edley Amaro, and what a stop by this Yankton defense once again. They've had so many of those 3rd and 4th and short situations today where they've come up big, and another one right there. Edley Amaro having a great second half, and you saw it once again there on the big play.
Sacks brought to you by Vantage Financial. Contact Adam Walter of Vantage Financial today. Search Adam Walter, Vantage Financial. Turnover on downs. It's Yankton football when we come back in 30 seconds.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
7.5 minutes to go as the rain starts to come down in T. Thanks, Mother Nature. But a gain of 7 for Easton Nelson.
Yeah, nice play on that to start the drive. About a gain of 7 on the play. Now past midfield. Yankton, I think they got a real chance to put this one away, Bryce. They can get some points here, but either way, not much going in the second half in terms of offense, but we'll see if Yankton can change their fortunes here.
Your forearms are going to be jacked by the end of this game.
Yeah, let's go. I was going to say, it's my workout for the day.
Just holding that umbrella there.
I feel like Mary Poppins. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, I see what's happening here. I got someone hold it down the other side. I thought for a second the wind was blowing for me. As Matthew Sheldon bursts a big gain through the left side of the T defense for a first down on that one.
So a nice big job into T territory, and every once in a while you can get the bombshell to go off, Josh.
Yeah, and once in a while when he gets going down the field, watch out. You saw it on that play. Nice job, Yankton, moving the sticks here on that play.
6:40 to go in the fourth. As for those viewing, don't care, but I just want to let you know we are suffering. It is raining and it's cold, but I digress, as Brayden would like to say. 6:24 to go in the fourth. Yankton leads 21-7. Easton Nelson takes the snap on first down, past the middle of the field. It is brought in by Carson Ness, and he's spun down inside the 10-yard line. A great throw from Easton Nelson and a great grab from the Loch Ness, Carson Ness.
Yeah, Nelson put it on a dime there, zipping it in to Ness, who was running across the field there. Big gain, now 1st and goal here for the Bucks at about the 9-yard line.
About 20-plus yards on that play. And Yankton is in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. Six minutes to go in the fourth.
Nelson with 3 touchdown passes today, Bryce. We'll see if Yankton tries to get him a 4th, or maybe if they go to the ground game here. Either way, letting this clock run a little bit here, as they know that the clock is their friend at this point.
Easton Nelson, handoff, Cirk off to the left side, lunges forward, and gets to about, I think, Josh, maybe the 3-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there from Cirk. He tumbles forward, and now you're sitting about 2nd and goal from the 3, like you said. Let's see if they can punch this one in, but either way, Yankton in a good spot here.
From the 1-yard line.
So at the 3-yard line, I don't know why they just said the 1-yard line on the PA. But 5:15 to go here in the fourth. Yankton trying to put this game out of reach. Up 2 scores. And it's the buck truck formation as Easton Nelson is in there for the score. You can count it. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Yankton now leads 27-7.
Yeah, the buck truck formation for the score, and now Yankton up 3 touchdowns here. I like that. Can we get like a button where it's just you doing that? Like, can we get that pre-recorded?
I'm gonna get a real semi sound.
I like it.
Make it happen.
I like it. Let's make it happen. Either way, though, touchdown Bucks. Easton Nelson runs it in. And Bryce, that's his 4th touchdown of the day. 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. Having a really good day. And now Yankton up 3 scores here with 5 to play.
Kilgary, the snapper. Tate Bestie, the holder. Kevin Ortiz out for the extra point. Did miss one earlier. Nice snap, nice hole. Extra point is up, and it is good. Yankton leads 28-7. And that's another $14 being donated to the Yankton Booster Club by way of Core Trust Bank. Core Trust Bank is doubling down on Yankton points this season. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT and KYNTV.
This game break is brought to you by a lot of people supporting the Bucks and Gazelles. So far, these high school athletes have put on quite a show for us tonight. We've had a great and exciting game. So let's break down the highlights and get you up to speed. Hold on. Well, this is unusual. One second. We're getting word from the referee. Let's just listen in.
Due to Representative Julie Auck, Lauren Nelson, and the South Dakota Legislature's vote to cut $109 million from South Dakota Public Schools, we cannot afford to continue. This game is over.
Folks, this game break was a warning. Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson are attacking South Dakota's excellent education system. But you can stop them from succeeding by voting against Representative Julie Auck and Lauren Nelson in the upcoming election. Our students are counting on you. Paid for by the Save Our Schools PAC, not endorsed by any candidate.
And kickoff to T and McKinney, and he is stopped right at the 31-yard line.
Guinea weaving in and out there. Now this Yankton defense takes the field once again after a big 4th down stop. The last time they were out there, Edley Amaro with the sack. You know, he had 2.5 last week, 1 right there. And then Yankton on offense going in and punching it in with the buck truck, as you call it, Bryce. I like that name. And now they're up 3 scores here with just under 5 to play.
And to acknowledge, if it is still raining at the final whistle, we're actually just going to pack things up and call it a short night and try to make it up to everyone else in the long run. But we, if the rain picks up, we have to get the equipment out of here.
Yeah, we are outside on the roof. We want to hang out with you guys and do a post game as much as we can, but gotta protect the equipment as well.
And it is Lowry back to pass to the right side. Ball's up and intercepted by Yankton. It's Loch Ness, Carson Ness at the Yankton 30, to the 35, to the 40. will get to midfield and will be angled out of bounds. We do have flags coming in well after the interception, of course. And Yankton Bucks football, another takeaway from the team in red.
Yeah, and when I say Carson Ness was the receiver on that play, I mean it. He ran the route for the receiver. Nice pick by Loch Ness, making another play in this game. I'm probably going to come back a few yards on the hole, but either way, Yankton defense getting another stop, forcing a turnover, and getting the ball back to the offense.
All right, coaches, let's kneel this thing. So legal block in the back going on Yankton after the interception. So still Yankton Bucks football.
Yeah, still Bucks football and still in good field position too, Bryce, at the 40. Let's see if how aggressive they choose to be. I'm guessing you're going to see a few run plays here, but either way, Yankton looking to cap off a nice win here, up 28-7 under 5 with about 4:45 to play here over a good T-area Titan team.
All right, and Easton Nelson and company. Nelson takes a snap, hand off to Cirque. We have a flag coming in behind T.
Obviously, once again, you blow the play dead before that. Usually it's going to be a false start or something like that, and that's what we're going to get here. Yankton backing up about 5 yards.
All right, so still first down, but it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, 1st and 15 now, and let's see how Yankton, if that changes anything on this drive, maybe they decide to change a couple play calls, but either way, we'll find out pretty quickly here.
Nelson, handoff, Cirque to the Yankton 35, and really nothing there, so being 2nd and 15.
Yeah, yard, if that. I think they're just going to keep at the original line of scrimmage. And this T defense, I feel like Bryce has had a nice game. Sure, they've given up some big plays in the past game, but overall, I feel like they've had a nice night defensively. Yankton's done some things to adjust to that and found some success through some shot plays. But either way, I feel like both teams are having a good night, at least on this side of the ball.
4:13 to go in the 4th. Yankee trying to hold on here. Josh trying to hold on to the umbrella.
Holding for dear life. I also got our good friend Trevin Ricklick, who's running clock and holding an umbrella right now. We're all pulling double duty.
Ball goes over Easton Nelson's head. It's loose. It's T football. It was a high snap. Easton Nelson couldn't pull it down, and T able to jump on top of it at the Yankton 26-yard line. And so T now really getting close to the red zone and can still make a game out of this.
Yeah, and that's the one thing if you're the Bucks you couldn't do. Wild snap there. You don't see it very often between Mark Cottle and Easton Nelson. They're usually a reliable duo. Unfortunately, on that one, just went a little wild. Maybe the wind had something to do with that. You don't know. But now T sitting up in prime position here at about the 25, down 3 scores.
And now Lowry. Back to pass. And pass is up in the air and almost picked off by Yankton through the hands of Smythe, and about 2 different Yankton Bucks almost had a pick.
Yeah, and I thought that was caught and then picked off and then almost caught again, but I didn't see the ball deflected. Either way, nice job by the Yankton defense. Respond to that, break up the pass here. Now 2nd and 10 for the Titans.
2nd and 10 for T. Rain coming down here at Titan Stadium. We're at 3:50 to go in the 4th. I can tell you right now, it's probably going to be what I mentioned and probably the fastest post game in Yankton Bucks history.
Outside of maybe that Mitchell game a few years ago.
Yeah, it's the 2nd shortest. And we have a handoff going to the middle. It's Reed. Reed off to the right side, and he is brought down at the Yankton 23. As we have a timeout, injury timeout on the far side of the field. Of course, we don't show that here on KYN TV. And I don't know who's on the far side, who's down, but it looks like a cramping issue.
And we've seen a few of those in this game, Bryce, on both sides. And it's hard to see what number that is from here, but either way, looks like just a cramp.
.323 to go in the 4th. And player pops up and leaves. I believe that's Thomas Reardon. And here we go. It is Lowry and company with 3:17 to go on the clock. Pass out to the near side. It is brought in and turned upfield. And that is on the catch of Landon Bolt, the 5'8" senior.
I like his last name, Bryce.
No relation to the Josh Boelter.
Yeah, I like the name, though. Pretty close enough to mine, but either way, though, little bubble screen on that. Tried to get Bolt out in space. Not much on that one, maybe a couple yards. Now 4th down here for T. Obviously, need something here to keep this drive alive.
There can only be one Boelter.
Can only be one, except for the other Boelters. I have a brother and a father and a mother and many relatives.
Not as good as you, though, right? Call them out. Call them out. You won't do it.
Oh, they're great. They're great.
All right, 2:37 to go in the 4th. Yankton leading 28-7. It's 4th down for the Titans. 4th and 6. Lowry, pass, out, and through the hands of intended target right at the 5-yard line. And that was intended for Cooner. Turnover on downs, and now Yankton can just run this clock out if they can get maybe 1 or 2 first downs.
And it looks like Lowry had Cooner on that play. Wasn't able to complete. But how about this Yankton defense again today, Bryce? I mean, over their last 4 games, only giving up 21 points in those 4 games. That's impressive. And they've really turned it on at a key point in the season. I mean, Coach Muth has talked about it. It's playoff time, and you've seen it these last 2 weeks from this defense. Only giving up 7 to a good Brookings team and 7 again here to a good T team.
All right, Easton Nelson. Handoff, Sheldon. And Sheldon is stopped right at the 23, so a gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, a yard, if that. And if you're Yankton, you'll still take it. Just run that clock. Just a little over 2 to play here in this one. Just trying to get out of here, avoid any injuries or things like that.
Your post-game breakdown will be brought to you by Sarah Sarda for State Senator. Find out more about Sarah's campaign online at sarahsarda4statesenator.com. That's Sarah Sarda for statesenator.com. Our broadcast roof today has been brought to you by Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Post-game coach interview will be brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. And we won't do our highlights tonight, but tomorrow morning on KYNT, Brayden Butler will have those highlights for you in the morning. So make sure that you tune in for that. Begins at 7 a.m. He'll be on. And your stat recap brought to you by Mayor Signs. It's time to review the look of your business signage. Let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh, your defensive player of the game brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians. Your residential and commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Yeah, how about Thomas Reardon tonight? He's had a good night, made a few tackles. He had a fumble recovery as well. Thomas Reardon.
All right, and your offensive player of the game brought to you by Hy-Vee was a helpful smile in every aisle.
Yeah, how about let's go Easton Nelson tonight? We could go him. He had 4 touchdowns here tonight. You know what? Actually, we're gonna on the fly decision. We're gonna split it here between Easton Nelson and Carson Ness. He had a good night as well. An amazing touchdown catch that we will be submitting to ESPN. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, split between Easton Nelson and Carson Ness.
Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specialized in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized Clopay dealer. Your schedule preview brought to you by Parker Hannafin of Yankton. Look ahead to a brighter future with a new career at Parker of Yankton. All benefits begin day 1. Learn more at parker.com. Parker, engineering your success. It will be Mitchell at Yankton on Thursday. 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on KYNT and KYN-TV. Following this, we will have your FCS Nation show. They go over all the FCS football subdivision, yes, including USD, SDSU, UND, and NDSU. Some big matchups coming up this weekend, Josh.
Yeah, big matchups this weekend. South Dakota State, North Dakota State. This should be a huge one. We also got USD heading on the road to take on Youngstown State tomorrow as well.
Big carry by Matthew Sheldon there, as we're at 1:24 to go in the 4th. Thanks to Grady Harrington as well as Daniel Dykstra. Grady, I'm sorry that your highlight work is not going to be used tonight, but it will be used tomorrow morning. So special shout-out to Grady Harrington. Right, Josh?
Yeah,
give him a special shout-out.
Yeah, we're going to give Grady a special shout-out. He's been great and doing some great work on these highlights for us. It's a tough reaction, quick reaction on those, but he's been awesome, and yeah, so shout-out him.
All right. And special thanks to Trevin Ricklick helping us here on site today. Of course, Brayden Butler, the host of the Kickoff show and running camera. And Josh, as this game is wrapping up with 45 seconds to go and another Matthew Sheldon carry, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Yankton's on fire right now. Defense has been amazing these last few weeks, and it's a take care of business win. You need to come out here and get this win against a good T team, and they handle things and really responded to some early adversity. You have the early fumble on the kickoff. They score a touchdown. T go up 7, but since then it's been all Yankton, and going to get out of here with another nice win.
Yep, Yankton will improve to
6-2.
6-2. I'm telling math. I was like, wait. Yep, 6-2 on the season.
Still teaching Math 101 over here.
Yeah, yep. 6-2 on the season, and we'll host Mitchell next week. And number 1 and probable number 2 seed on the line is Matthew Sheldon. We'll boot this one, and that will wrap things up here from T. Your final score, Yankton 28, T 7. Again, we apologize for no postgame. It is raining. We have very expensive equipment on the roof, and we would like to continue to be able to use that as the season progresses. But for Josh Boelter, Brayden, Butler, Trevor Ricklick, Grady Harrington, Daniel Dykstra, I'm Bryce Ladwig, KYNT Sports Director at the voice of Yankton Bucks. This has been Yankton Bucks Football on KYNT and KYN TV, Yankton's home team and stream.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property, and Yankton's home team. Remember, KYNT is your home for Yankton High School athletics.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck